Yo, yo, yo. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see everybody. Everybody in the chat. I see all you guys. Thanks for being patient. I appreciate that. You would not believe how complicated it is to do a loser's bracket.
So tough.
So let us know if y'all can hear us okay. It's going to be a more casual stream today.
We're just hanging out.
Some casual arguing. Some casual heat.
I was going to say what a better way to spend a lazy Sunday.
Yeah, than just arguing about Space Wizards. Good stuff. I love doing it.
And for a good cause.
And for a good cause. So guys, this is a follow-up to our first Power Battles bracket. If you remember that back during March Tier List Madness, we apologize. It's taken so long. That was definitely our bad, just busy. Here's a busy time, with Revenge of the Sith. There's Star Wars Celebration, all this stuff.
Yes.
Right. So,
busy boys.
So what we're doing the same thing. The same campaign is actually active from last time for the Alzheimer's Association. Our original goal was $250, and you guys blew past that.
Yes.
We raised $651 last time, which was crazy. You guys are nuts. So we really appreciate that. Right now that is still live. Our goal for today, even though it doesn't say that up there on the screen, is another 250. So that's the goal. 250. We got to get to 900.
Yes.
That's the goal. And because I don't think that I can change the goal. Yeah. I can't change the goal with the current thing. So we'll remind you guys as we go. Just like last time, we're going to be doing some more giveaways. So Seth, go ahead. Oh, here, I'll go ahead and give this open the giveaway. Make sure that pops up in the chat. Okay, there you go. Type in hashtag BDTS giveaway to join. That is the only thing you have to do. We are raising money for the Alzheimer's Association once again, but you do not have to donate to be a part of it, although that is very much appreciated because that's the whole point. That's why we're here. Raise some money for a good cause. So type that into the chat and you guys will be automatically entered into the giveaway. What are the giveaways? Well, right here, we've got a few things. Since Rogue One's pretty hot right now, we got one of Jen Erso's Tonfas, which is fun. It's just kind of a fun little thing, right? Yeah. That's one. It's one option. There you go. Second option. That's not that one. It's this one.
There you go. Little Legends action. Cade Skywalker. So, great grandson of Luke Skywalker from the Legacy of the Force comic book series.
Yes, and these were generously donated once again by WULFGAR Props. You can find a link to them in the description down below. Very generous people. Gave us a bunch of props to give away, which we've got stuff still in the box, and we've been doing this for several months now.
Yes, this is true.
Just pretty crazy. So that's the last, and then the last one. If we hit the goal, which right now is 900. $250 for this stream to get us to $900. We are giving away not only the Star Killer lightsaber, this Black Series Death Watch Mandalorian unopened, and a nice copy of Star Wars Insider featuring the Golden Boy himself. So
C3PO.
You might notice that this is actually the same grand prize giveaway from our last Power Battle stream. That's because the winner of the Power Battle stream was actually moving to a different country, I think, and he was like, hey, you know what, just put that back in the pool. Thank you guys. So
for next time.
So there you go. That's we hit the fundraising goal. That's what we're doing. We're giving away that right there. So if anybody has any questions for us, let us know. We're going to explain how this losers bracket works in just a second, but please put in the hashtag BDTS giveaway, and at random points during the stream we'll be pulling names for that. Once again, all you got to do to enter, just put that hashtag in. Donations for the Alzheimer's Association is very much appreciated, but not necessary. So right now I see we already have one. We got MacMan with the $10. Very much appreciate that, MacMan.
Yes.
MacMan was one of our previous winners. I love my Luminara lightsaber I won from the Lego Star Wars stream. Yes, that is awesome. I'm so glad you got that and it got there safe. So there you go, guys. Keep throwing the hashtags in the chat. Again, let's raise up to that $900. We're 240 some odd dollars away, 30 some dollars away, maybe, from hitting that last goal. And I'll tell you what, you guys, like the last time, some of our incentives were
zany.
Yeah. What was the Starships tier list, which is filmed? It's coming.
Yes.
And ground assault vehicles tier list, because you guys blew past all those goals. So once again, if that happens, maybe you guys can set us another incentive, and we will hear your pleas. Depending. You guys got a little crazy last time, making us shave our heads and stuff.
Yes.
So we will keep our ears open for that for sure.
Ears to the ground.
Okay, so this is what took us so long, guys. I apologize. This is why we were late. Losers brackets are kind of complicated.
Kinda.
They are kind of complicated.
Yes.
So basically, here was the last one. Here was the last bracket. Okay, which I realize you cannot see very well. Let me move that. And so basically, it all ended with Emperor Palpatine. And so the way that this losers bracket works now is that we have taken all of the losers from each round and we funneled them in double elimination style. So you have this all up to the semifinals, Ahsoka v. Vader, up to the final, which is versus Yoda. And we're not going to do the final versus Palpatine again because that would probably be pointless. I mean, we can if it ends up being a match that's interesting.
Yeah.
But that's basically how that works. So here, you guys can even see up close. That's what we're looking at right now. So our first matchup will be Qi'ra versus Qui-Gon, which we will start in just a moment. You guys, of course, be throwing in your opinions in the chat, right? Let us know.
Poor Qi'ra.
Poor Qi'ra, right? Should we just start?
I guess so.
All right, here I'm going to.
We're not getting many questions in the chat, so maybe.
Here, I'm going to real quick. I'm going to pin that give or that donation link. So everybody can be on the same page. But Seth, why don't you start us off with Qi'ra versus Qui-Gon?
Well, one knows Terras Kazi. One rejected the Jedi Council because, he's too cold. I think Qui-Gon's got this. I just don't think that, yeah.
So that's telling. Okay, guys, pinned. Yeah. The link is pinned if you'd like to donate to the Alzheimer's Association campaign to unlock that final giveaway of the Star Killer lightsaber and plus another few goodies in there. So that's ready.
The perfect Jedi. Get out of here.
You also can use the QR code right there.
Yes.
If you would like to donate. So, okay, that means the first one up sounds like to be Qui-Gon runs away with it.
Yep, I think she doesn't have much of a chance, unfortunately. She could be sneaky, but, she was trained by Darth Maul, and Darth Maul did kill Qui-Gon Jinn.
Maybe there's a couple things to consider here. Maybe you were too hasty.
Maybe I was, but what do you think, honestly?
I think Qui-Gon takes this. Come on.
Your heart of hearts, what tells you?
Now, we have to set the same rule we did last time because would Qui-Gon realistically kill Qi'ra? Maybe not.
But if he had to.
Yeah, but if he had to. That's
he was going to kill Darth Maul.
Yeah.
He wasn't just going to be like, hey, no.
Yeah. Matthew, I see the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Is the shaving goal still a thing? If you guys go nuts and do I don't know, I'm going to set a high goal.
2,000.
That's really high. That's like
1,500.
Fine. 1,500. If we raise $1,500 for the Alzheimer's Association, I'll shave my beard. I'm not doing it on camera, but I'll shave my beard. There you go. I mean, that's a high goal. You know what? If they do it, there you go. Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And by the way, speaking of goals,
you have your homework.
Bill Rooklyn with the $25. Thank you so much. We're getting closer.
Yes.
We're getting closer.
Steven, what do you mean you've missed so much?
No, you're good. We were late, brother. We just started. So.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We've only done one, so you're fine.
Yeah,
it's all good. It is all good.
I'll throw up the hashtag though. If anybody new,
make sure if you're new, throw up the hashtag.
Yep. BTS giveaway.
BTS giveaway.
There you go.
Yep.
And by the way, this is international. We like all of our winners last time were international.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter. We know.
I had to take a very interesting trip to the post office last time because I had never shipped anything through customs.
Yeah.
So that was pretty interesting. They're like, are any of these weapons? And I was like, allegedly they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Steven, because this is a loser's bracket. That's the thing. Is it's kind of odd how this is all laid out. So the next one we're on right now, we'll go ahead and jump into it. The next one is Grievous versus Chris Santon. Which, I mean, This one, I think this one's easy too.
Yeah, I think Grievous has got
Grievous
this.
runs away with this.
Yeah.
Some of these guys, they got the short end of the stick when
Both
it came
times.
to their
Yeah.
when it came to their matchups.
Yes.
Because like Chrysanthemum versus a Jango Fett, that's interesting. Chrysanthemum versus a Han Solo, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But Cyborg trained by Count Dooku.
Yes.
Did you know, by the way, in one of the like original, it was like a source book or a visual dictionary or something, Grievous has like more midichlorians than Mace Windu, I think.
Yeah, because he's got Cephadius' blood, right?
Something. I don't know the lore behind it. He's just like, there's like a graph.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, he got, what's up with that?
Because he got a transfusion or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and they put.
But it's not a lot of
Cephadius'
organic material there.
It's true.
Oh, Chrysanthemum for the win. No way.
Chrysanthemum, what's he gonna do? Maybe hit him with an EMP, but like,
Yeah.
no, this is Grievous. This is 2003 Grievous.
Yeah.
Chrysanthemum's got nothing.
I'm with you guys. I'm going to put GG. Our boy
Yes.
GG's got that one.
He does got it.
So next up, we got Jango Fett versus Han Solo. Now, this is interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, here's what we have to establish right off the bat. Is Jango Fett more skilled than Boba Fett?
Here's another thing too. Can Han Solo see?
Does he have the power of blindness on his
Yes,
side?
exactly.
So, yeah, what do we... Jango Fett or Boba Fett? Who's more powerful there? Because we know Han Solo versus Boba Fett.
I think that like Boba Fett's a better bounty hunter. I think Jango Fett's a better like all-around warrior,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Let's make this more interesting.
Okay.
Han's in the Millennium Falcon.
Han's in the Millennium Falcon.
Jango's in the Slave One. Rather than just hand to hand.
Does Han have Chewie to help him shoot? Because you can't like.
Boba Fett can, or Jango can pilot the Slave One basically by himself.
Yes.
So I don't know. What do we that's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's fair to give him Chewie.
Yeah, I know.
Because I guess if it's just him piloting,
He won't be able to
can't
shoot.
He could just evade. So I guess we do have to put him hand to hand.
Yeah.
In that case,
I think that what? So Han's going in with his DL-44, and then Jango Fett's going in with all of his armor.
yeah. I think that Han could be crafty,
Yeah.
but Han by himself, just in an arena.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we know how Jango Fett fares in arenas.
Oh, that's true. He could cut his cut his head off.
Yes.
Sorry, I know my handwriting sucks on
Well, it's
this.
hard writing on a board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Jango Fett. Any disagreements here? What do we check in with you guys?
You didn't miss a half hour, Miss Kate.
Yeah.
You didn't miss a half hour.
We were late. My
We
bad.
were late.
It was
It's
our bad.
okay. We've been we're okay. But yeah, don't
We're just starting. We're just starting out.
yeah.
You know what? I should write for the rest of these. I'm going to write the new people in red.
New people in red.
Yeah, just to make them stand out a little bit more.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go. Hashtag BDTS giveaway. Don't forget about that.
Don't forget that.
And
how are we doing on donations?
Hey, we just got to 2 in so far. We're up 35.
Uh-oh.
Our goal's 250.
And we're at what?
Our goal is 900, but 250 for the stream. So
How much for the stream? How many?
we're at 686 right now, I think. Yeah, it's a little hard to see on this.
Okay.
So we got more. We got more to get to if we want to unlock those incentives, guys.
Yes.
Yep, 68601. So I'm gonna grab this red marker for the next one. But yeah, put it in the chat if you have not done so already.
Boom.
They were right there. I'm good. I was prepared.
I figured.
So the next one. Oh well, I said I was gonna check in with the chat and then I didn't. Well, look at that.
Wow.
Steven says, real quick, I wanted to share my wife and I found a black Labradoodle hungry and abandoned in the road yesterday. We were taking him. I tried hardest to name him Hayden since he's black like Vader. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, and good on you.
Yes.
It's a good deed. It's a good deed. One of my fondest memories as a kid is my mom did that with a dog. It was like a little poodle. Had to be 15 years old. Man, really old dog. Rescued him and he had a decrepit dog as well.
Yeah.
But man, we got him back up to health and he only lived for a few months, but he was a very happy 3 months that he lived.
Happy 3 months. Okay.
So it's a fond memory I have, even though it was sad, very fond just to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. I'm loving the BDTS giveaways. Keep those up. Keep those up.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Hello there.
Next one. Chewbacca versus Cal Kestis.
I think we got a burnt Wookiee.
You think so?
What do you think?
Well, I'm like thinking about the arena scenario. It's like, okay, they're thrown into an arena.
Yeah.
And it's just power scaling is what we're talking about, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, Chewie's got his bowcaster, but Cal Kestis has his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Chewbacca's crafty. That's all I'm saying, right?
But,
Like he's crafty.
isn't Cal kind of crafty though too?
Yeah. Some of these are easy. And I'm trying to make them interesting.
I get
okay,
you. No,
that's
well,
all.
I'll just say this: it's not as interesting as Kira versus Qui-Gon when you really sit and think about it, because Kira was trained by Darth Maul, and Darth Maul. But yeah,
okay. Fine.
I think Cal's got this.
Yeah, Cal's got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cal Kestis with the win.
Kestis.
So here, I'm going to erase some of these and redo them so you guys can see in the red, the new ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You keep them entertained. So
yeah,
do what you do best.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Well, guys, again, if you're new, welcome. Love to see you. Don't forget, put in the hashtag BTD. Beyond the, yeah, exactly. I don't know. BTDS. It's just weird. I thought it was BD. It's fine. Anyway, I'm thinking about Kyle. Hey,
brother, what do you do?
There it is. We got another one. Anyway, so you could win a chance to win a lightsaber.
Or a Tonfa.
Or yeah.
Come on, don't leave out Jenner.
You know, Rogue One's popular with them kids. We got Generoso's Tonfa. It does not telescope out or anything like that.
It's just a fun little
It's prop. Not a weapon. It's just a prop, but you can hang it on your belt. So yeah. Or, you know, say you want to get saucy. Say you want a legend. All right, there. You could have Cade Skywalker's lightsaber. You know, the man, the myth, the legend.
With the D-ring and everything. This thing's sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
It's a pretty cool saber.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go, guys. That's what we're winning. And then just to remind you, the big incentive, if we hit the $900 goal, which we're not that far off.
Yep.
Starkiller's lightsaber, this copy of Star Wars Insider, and this Black Series Death Watch.
Yep.
DeLorean. Okay.
Yep.
Back into the next one.
Yep. Boom.
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 So move on to the other. Do you want to do the other side?
I can try. and write for you.
Okay.
I've got crappy handwriting.
We've got Rey versus Iden Versio. I know. Iden's your girl.
Iden's my girl.
Iden's your homie.
Iden is my homie.
Now what?
But yeah. Dang it. We all know how this goes.
Yeah, this round one is
Rey?
Yeah.
It stinks.
It does.
Stinks. Makes me sad. And then this next one. This happened in the show. Asajj.
Okay.
Versus Hunter.
This one needs some discussion, though.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Give it to me.
We're talking Prime.
Prime what?
Prime.
Yeah, they are in their prime.
I don't know. They kind of had a stalemate, I thought, right?
There was three of them.
Yeah, but see, it's like nobody was really fighting to fight.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't really, I wouldn't consider that an actual matchup.
Yeah. But like Hunter is best when he could sneak up on his opponents and stuff like that. If you dump them both in an arena,
yeah,
that's one dead clone.
Probably. Because what's Prime Asajj?
Search your feelings.
Is Bad Batch Prime Asajj?
True. I mean, I assume it would be.
Somewhere around there, like Tales of the Underworld. Or is it like Sith Asajj?
I would think that her being more balanced would be more.
I was going to say, because if it's
Dark Disciple.
If it's like Dooku's apprentice Asajj, I think Hunter has a chance because she's not like.
No, she's not. I was
she's not
say
skilled.
That, yeah.
But
so
her post. Like the Dark Disciple era. Yeah, she's probably got it. Yeah. All right, fine. Asajj
Ventress, she did it. My girl did it.
Dark Disciple Asajj. That's what people are saying is Prime Asajj.
That's Prime
Asajj, no contest. Ventress was a bounty hunter assassin that can use the Force. Is it possible to sneak up on her? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, you could sneak up on Jedi. I mean, like it's never. I'm still confused at the fact that Cad Bane was able to shut out Obi-Wan, Mace, and
it's a little crazy.
Yes, was it Obi-Wan? It's Anakin, Mace, and someone else, and they couldn't probe his mind. And I'm just like, I think that was the point where I was like, I'm done with this character. This is so stupid.
Listen, Zealot, we're just trying. Some of these are just easy matchups. We're trying to explore.
We're trying to have fun, man.
Okay,
we're trying to have a little bit of fun. and earn some money. Not for us.
For the Alzheimer's Association.
For Alzheimer's, not us.
Which, by the way, that link is pinned.
It is pinned
in the chat.
Or you could use the QR code right there.
Yep.
Because it's not about us. It's about them. Let's help them out.
Yeah.
$250 is the goal. What are we at, Konnor?
We are, well, 900 is the goal. 200 for the stream.
200 for the stream.
Yeah,
that's
because it's part 2.
That's what I'm thinking about.
So we're at 686 to 900. So we're just shy, about 230 left.
$230 left. You guys can do it.
And you guys, and apparently we set an incentive. If we somehow get $1,500, I'll shave my beard.
He'll shave his beard.
So there you go. If we get 3,000, Seth will shave his head.
Let's not make promises we can't keep. That's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. Captain Fasma versus the Mandalorian himself, Din Djarin.
Okay, let's have a little bit of fun here. Okay, because I know that the obvious one here to win is Din.
One's got the dark saber.
Yeah. Is it Din with the dark saber? Because
sorry,
I don't think that's Prime Din.
Which one's Prime Din?
Probably him right before that fight, like with the spear. Because he doesn't wield the darksaber properly.
He doesn't need it even to beat her. You think he really needs it?
I'm just like I said.
Here's the other thing. Fun. Check this out. All right, fine. They're on the supremacy. She's got her staff. He has his staff.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah. Now, this is more fun.
Exactly.
Because why? What cool makes her cool? Playing. What makes her like the captain? Because we don't get any of this in the movies.
Yeah, we get nothing. I was gonna say that I think the coolest part is that her armor's chrome because that's Palpatine's Nabooian ship.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
So
you're not gonna be able to shoot through that.
No, you're gonna have to fight hand to hand.
Yeah,
but Mando's got whistling birds,
and he's got his flamethrower.
Yeah. I think he takes it.
I think he probably does, but. I wouldn't count her out. I mean,
no, I think it's a hard fight.
If it's a stick fight, I think that they both would be very, very tough.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm saying. That's
the other thing too, right? is Mando's spear, I assume, would really mess up her armor.
I think the best car changes the fight.
It's true.
It completely changes the fight.
Yes.
Because they have to be hand to hand. Mando's got his spear.
Yeah.
She can't pierce his armor. Now I think she could be crafty and maybe get a cut, in between.
Yeah.
But I don't think she can land a killing blow.
No.
And he's a tank. He'll tank every hit.
He does tank hits just to get in close.
Yeah.
And then he's like Wolverine.
In
that sense that he will take a bunch of hits just to get close in and do his thing.
So it's gotta be Din. It's gotta be Din Djarin.
It's gotta be Din Djarin.
Hey, I met him last week. Can you believe that? Brendan Wayne.
You met not last week, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Which, by the way,
don't be a fibber.
Hey, just a little tease. I got a 20-minute interview coming out with him that I did when I met him. Very cool dude.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Albo with the $10 for Alzheimer's Association.
Albo.
Woo, love it. Dominic, I see your chat there. Found you guys' channel this week. I've been loving the tier list videos and the effort you put into production quality. Thank you for all the great entertainment and debates. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Sorry, this is a more chilled out video.
Yeah, we're just kind of doing stuff. We just were like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is
just
it?
Have some fun.
Yeah. What is it? Screw it. We ball.
Screw it. We ball.
Is that it? Is that what the kids say? So yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But appreciate you.
Yes.
And appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Her armor is made out of the walls of Palpatine's space. Yeah. I know. And that's so cool.
Exactly. Yes. Which is cool.
Hey, I'm glad that Matthew's here with us. It's like, actually, I think this is tougher than we think. Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop it, John. I see. Come on. What are we doing?
What
John?
Are we doing? Jesus versus Vader, who wins? Was this post to
the
return?
Lord?
Hold on, which part is it?
Stop it.
Is Jesus a kid?
This is Jesus tossing tables.
Okay, so
this is probably blasphemous. That's prime Jesus.
So this is Monday. This is Monday of Holy Week. It'd be Tuesday of Holy Week. Jesus is not flipping tables. Vader doesn't have a chance.
It's over. He's carrying the cross.
He carried his own cross.
The dude's
we
yoked.
Can't even do that.
The dude's yoked with us, actually.
It's true. He carried our crosses. Vader couldn't carry his own cross. So yeah.
Go to church on Sunday, guys.
Please go to church.
That was awful.
Anyway, so.
By the way, the Lord clears Lord Vader, just like the Lord, capital L, Lord Vader, lowercase l. Let's just make that clear.
Princess Leia versus Qimir.
Princess Leia versus dude, this is mean.
No, but here's the other thing too: is this Jedi Leia?
Yeah, it's got to be Jedi Leia.
Jedi
But even
Leia.
still,
And I think the Qimir still
I
takes
think
it.
he clears her because I don't think that she's that powerful as a Jedi because she never, at least in canon,
Yeah,
she abandons her training.
yeah.
She's
She
a great
did-
tactician.
She did knock down Luke that one time.
That okay, but he was sparring her.
I know.
Yeah,
Kymir's
that's
trying
true.
to kill her.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, I think Kymir's got that.
Gotcha.
This one
Yeah.
hurts.
Okay.
This one hurts.
Sorry, Will. Macman, why do you think Jedi Leia?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it. Yeah. We'll hear arguments.
I'm curious. Why do you think that?
And from Shave the Beard, we got $20.
Someone named himself.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's fun. This was not advertised enough to give us a fair chance at the beard. Hell, you know what? It'd be what it be. This isn't our last charity stream. Don't worry.
It's true.
We'll do more and there'll be more opportunities. Hey, you know what? Like, if you guys do it, someone drop it in, some fat stacks for Alzheimer's. Maybe the beard's gone. That's all I'm saying. It's just, but really ask yourselves if you want that too.
Beards grow back.
Let's be honest. So,
Yeah.
she is Vader's daughter after all. Yes,
It's true.
That's true.
It's
She's
true.
far stronger in the Force. I
Yeah.
don't doubt that either. But
Yeah.
Qimir is a master with the saber. I think he gives a lot of people on this list a tough time.
Some trouble.
And he's pretty good with the Force too. Not to mention his Cortosis gauntlet,
Yes.
his Cortosis helmet.
Yeah.
Because
If they got a lightsaber against him, then he can just essentially take that out of the fight.
yeah. Now, full potential Leia. Oh yeah, she clears Qimir, but she abandons her training after that point with Luke.
Yeah.
After post Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kate just said exactly what I was saying. That I think because she never reaches her full potential, Qimir takes it.
Yeah.
Qimir takes it.
Okay.
We don't know that, John. Let's not jump to conclusions. Okay. Maybe Qimir could marry Poppins through space. All right. That wraps up round 1 already, guys. Man. And how many giveaway entries do we have? We got quite a few, but I know there are more of you guys in the chat. We have 43 of you guys in the chat, which, hey, we really appreciate it. Throw in the hashtag BDTS giveaway. You could win Jen's Tonfa prop. You could win Cade Skywalker's lightsaber prop. And if we hit that $900 goal, we've got Star Killer's lightsaber hilt and a couple other goodies in there. So throw that in there. And again, pinned link for the donation. Bill, don't forget the hashtag on that BDTS giveaway. From Jelly Cactus. Wow, what a name. I love that. Hey guys, found your channel about a week ago and absolutely love it. I was actually at ICC-Con. It's a shame I didn't know you guys yet. Hey, we probably bumped shoulders or something, but that's okay. Appreciate you checking us out.
Thank you for being here.
Anybody know when the Maul show releases? 2026.
Yes. 2026 is going to be an exciting year. We're going to have some Mando and Grogu to talk about. We're going to have some Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be good stuff.
Yes.
Who do we got next? We're moving back over here.
Yeah, we're back over here, and that means you.
Bo-Katan versus Qui-Gon. This is,
Bo-Katan.
I think it's a fun matchup. I'll say. I don't think this one's easy.
Because she's got the Darksaber.
Yeah, that's probably
At this
prime.
point,
That's probably
yep.
prime Bo.
Yep.
So Bo-Katan with the Darksaber versus prime Qui-Gon Jinn, which is probably him versus Darth Maul. I'd say it's probably
Maybe a little younger.
maybe a tad.
Maybe 5 years younger. Because Maul was able to get him because of the youth.
She's a pretty strong Mandalorian with a lot of combat prowess.
And she's got the Beskar armor.
And she's got the Beskar armor.
And she can fly.
What's your heart of hearts tell you?
Qui-Gon's sneaky, though.
Yeah, he's a master with the Force, too.
Bo-Katan's really ruthless, though, too.
That's
when
true.
She needs to be.
Yeah. The Chosen One's on the line.
Well, then it's Qui-Gon, right? No, the Chosen One was on the line before, and he's still lost.
Versus Darth Maul, though.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm thinking about that, like, Jango Fett gave Obi-Wan quite a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Even on the ground. I'm not saying that Bo-Katan is Jango Fett, but like...
But as far as all the Mandos we've seen, she's up there.
She is.
In terms of like her
she's
combat
tough.
prowess.
Yeah. And I was going to say, does she have a shield? She's got a shield too, right?
Yeah, on her gauntlet. I don't know if she has that at the same... Well, let's just say she has it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that that's like some gear. She's got Whistling Bird. She's got all the bells and whistles.
I think Whistling Birds aren't as much of a problem against a Jedi.
Yeah.
I would say. because they're going to be able to kind of use the Force, that kind of stuff. It's not going to be the same as like versus a Captain Phasma.
Yeah.
So I don't think her Beskar helps her in the same way that like that really played a factor in Din versus Phasma.
Yeah.
So it's definitely just who's a better swordsman, really, at the end of the day, right?
Oh, I think Qui-Gon's a better swordsman than her. But it's the whole being able to mess with, like, she'll play dirty. And it'll, like, I mean, let's be real. If she fired a missile at point blank, she's covered in armor. Yeah, I would mess her up, but still.
This one, yes, I'm with John here. Like, this would be a pretty heavyweight 3-round fight. Bo can win one. Qui-Gon gets the tiebreaker. I could go either way with this. Qui-Gon is more restrained. Bo-Katan is a bit more ruthless. And Piatti Diddy, which, by the way, that name is just, that cracks me up every time. She flies now. She flies now.
She does fly.
Oh, I didn't even see her profile picture. Goodness. Just saw it for the first time there. Ridiculous.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the $1.99. Appreciate it. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Bo-Katan. Well, we got John saying Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is really hard.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't see Bo-Katan win fights a lot purely because the plot demands it. Exactly. And we don't see Qui-Gon really either.
And I was going to say, like, yeah, Moff Gideon beat her in combat or whatever, but I mean, like, she was probably worried because, you know, they were, like, decimating her planet at the time.
I think Qui-Gon barely clears this. I think with a lot of difficulty.
Why?
I think he's the better swordsman.
Yeah.
I think with how in tune he is with the Force, anything like projectile wise she's throwing out, I think he could evade.
You think so?
I think so. I think the only way I give it to Bo is if she does something like she gets smoke, like kicks dirt and is like plays dirty like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But even still, I think Qui-Gon just like centers himself. I think he gets hit maybe once.
Yeah.
And then he centers himself.
Because I'm thinking about too that, like, you know, arena fight, Jango Fett, Obi-Wan, you know, Boba, get on board. Bo's like opens with that volley. Qui-Gon's blocking, getting close. She backs up. She starts firing at him. Or, you know, what if she sets him on fire as she's backing up?
I mean, yeah,
she could take a lightsaber.
Definitely, I'm with John, what he said earlier. Like, this could be a 3-round fight here.
Yeah, because I was going to say, what if, like, he comes in for the swing, she tanks the first hit, because Beskar, then she opens up the Darksaber.
Yeah.
Whoa. You have a sword,
I'm really picturing this fight and everything you're saying, but I think Qui-Gon maybe gets hit and then just, like he does with Darth Maul, except for Darth Maul's also Force sensitive.
Darth Maul never hit him until he killed him.
But I'm saying, like, when they got to that point, he meditates.
She's not going to give him. I was going to say, what? There's ray shields now that's like separating them.
No, I just think
she's going to keep shooting at him.
He'll have a moment. Is what I'm not saying. He's going to sit down, cross-legged, you know, but he's going to have a moment to recenter himself. You're leaning Bo, then.
I think that we are. I think that we're counting out the fact that, like, you know, don't just be like, Jedi.
No,
wins.
I'm not just being. I just think that him in particular, he can just. That's his skill.
Battle meditation.
Well, his skill is just how in tune he is with the Force.
Yeah.
You know, and like a lot of these other guys, Force users, I don't think they have that.
Yeah.
But I think with how in tune he is, he just lets the Force guide him after a certain point.
Yeah.
Like, whereas Anakin Skywalker, for example, now he's just all around more skilled than Bo-Katan. He'd take it.
Yeah.
But Anakin's not going to just trust the will of the Force as he's going to trust his own combat skill. Mm-hmm. You know, Qui-Gon, he'll come to a point where he realizes I'm not enough.
Blow through him.
I'm not enough. Let the Force blow through me. That's my argument.
Okay.
Does Bo have any explosives? Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, Nate's saying Bo-Katan. Qui-Gon was trained by Dooku, who fought them in the Mandalorian Wars. Okay. So people are on both sides. I'll leave it up to you.
Up to me?
Yeah. You're the tiebreaker here.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I don't know if that's fair. Aren't I predispositioned to hate Qui-Gon?
Yeah, so that could come into play.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're giving it to Bo? I think it's a tough fight no matter what.
Exactly.
So who ultimately comes out on top?
I don't think that either of them are coming out looking pretty. That's for sure.
Let's break the tie like this. Liam Neeson versus Katie Sackhoff. I like both of those people.
Is it Liam Neeson from Taken?
But I do love Liam Neeson, and Taken is one of my favorite movies. So
yeah. Yeah, the Beskar armor. That's what I was getting at.
It's tough. I know.
Yeah.
I know. See, I'm ultimately where I land is what Quinlan's saying. I think Qui-Gon would read her like a book. Yeah, ultimately, I think that's just he knows her every move because
He
he's
didn't know
like,
Darth
focusing.
Maul's every move.
He's also in tune with the Force, and the dark side shroud like creates a shroud of a cloud
Just throwing it out there.
over top of him and the fight and
Just
his
throwing
moves.
it out there. Yeah.
Beskar and equipment went, man. Bo-Katan doesn't have a real Beskar. Why? Does she not?
Yeah, she does.
Say, I thought she did.
Yeah. She doesn't have real Beskar.
All right, tell me, what do we got? Tiebreaker, hit me. Who's taking it?
I think Qui-Gon's probably got it.
Okay, Qui-Gon, but barely.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon, but
Look at his
barely.
teeth.
We'll just let Qui-Gons be bygones. And move on with it. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with what you're saying, Nate. Like, she does a lot of equipment. But again, I think Qui-Gon just barely beats her out.
I mean, there's a reason why the Jedi, like, defeat the Mandalorians 9 times out of 10. Yeah, that
exactly.
some Jedi, that, like, some have to become bounty hunters and things to become Jedi killers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, man, that one was tough. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep shouting it out. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but QR code or the pinned link for the Alzheimer's Association. We're up to 716 out of 900. And you can win this giveaway too. Hashtag BDTS giveaway. You do not need to donate to enter. Just throw in that hashtag into the chat. Okay, next one. Mace Windu versus General Grievous.
Did you know? So I've been doing all kinds of research. Did you know that Mace stopped fighting General Grievous for fear that General Grievous would be able to memorize Vapad?
Really?
Yeah.
What's this in?
This is in Labyrinth of Evil. That's why Mace reaches out with the Force and crushes him.
Are you reading Labyrinth of Evil?
No, but I've been doing lots of research for Friday's topic. Tons and tons of research for Friday's topic. But yeah, in Labyrinth of Evil. So it's the scene in Gindi just extended a little bit.
Interesting.
Like he starts fighting him and then realizes it's kind of like what Iron Man does to Captain America. He's memorizing his fight pattern.
What you're talking?
Yeah. That he's memorizing Mace's fight pattern and he backs off. What's up?
Someone asked what the hashtag was. BTDS giveaway.
Yes. Yeah.
To be entered into the giveaway, which we're going to be pulling at random parts during the stream, by the way. So
yes,
just keep that in mind. And you have to be present when it's pulled. I didn't say that at the top, but you have to be present when it's pulled.
You can't just drag and drop.
Yeah. So does that play it?
I'm just saying, but Grievous is not force sensitive, and then what ends up happening? Mace crushes him, and that's why he has that cough.
Well, that's true.
He shatter pointed him. Yeah. For lack of a better term.
I mean, I think Mace ultimately. I mean, he's got this.
Yeah.
The thing I think is fun to consider. He can't really use Vapad against General Grievous.
No, I just told you he can't.
I know, but
he can shatter point him. Like that's
but he can shatter point him.
Yeah,
I think.
At home, if you're not sure what shatter points are, it is basically being able to detect the weak points in an individual.
Hey, Woodsy, all one word. All one word. Sorry, I know that it's spaced on just with the gap there, but all one word. BDTS giveaway. So go ahead and type that in again on the chat because I don't think that injured you. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. No, it's just that they can sense it. Very few people can do it in like all of Star Wars lore. Yeah.
Even if Grievous learns the moves of Vapad, that's only half it. The strength of Vapad is in the Force, which Grievous can access. I agree.
It's true, but the whole thing is like it's hard to again when something knows all your moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, though, I think Mace is just the better duelist.
Yeah.
He's a better duelist than Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan kills him.
Yeah.
So.
Which you could make the argument that Obi-Wan kills him because Mace crushed him.
That's
days
true.
Before, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's interesting, talking about Prime versus Prime. But even still, I mean, Mace crushes him during... Well, he's not really fighting, though. He's just trying to get Palpatine off world.
Yeah, no, but in Labyrinth of Evil, they fight a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, he is just trying to get Palpatine off world. So...
Woodsy. You had a typo there, brother. One more time. Grievous doesn't have a purple lightsaber, so that's true. I mean, we're talking about Samuel Jackson.
Hey, amethyst.
Amethyst, excuse me. The amethyst blade.
Yeah, well, I mean, the books are very particular about that.
Yeah, I know.
It's amethyst blade.
It's amethyst blade. Okay, let's jump back in here. The next one. This is an interesting matchup. Kylo Ren versus Jango Fett. This is kind of fun, right?
Yeah. This is like Bo-Katan and Qui-Gon. I feel like
it's similar. It's similar. I mean, you have...
Which Kylo Ren?
I would say prime Kylo Ren has to be
Rise of Skywalker. Is that?
Yeah, he's less conflicted there. I think he's the most centered up until his kind of next bout with Rey. He's obviously one of the most powerful Force users on this list. So you have that.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating is we don't have a lot of his feats.
We don't.
Yeah. But by the way, check out my comic book reviews.
Do that,
because we are kind of learning some of the feats of Kylo Ren in that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is interesting. He's just turning him into a tough SOB. That's really what the
is redeemed Kylo actually peak Kylo?
But then that's Ben Solo.
Okay, but they're not two different people.
Well,
we're getting into the same argument as last time.
I'm just saying.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, MacMan with the next $10 for Alzheimer's. Closer. We're getting closer.
Inching there.
Inching closer to that $900 goal.
Yes.
Which again, guys, I know it says 250 goal, but that's because you guys crushed that on the first stream.
Yes,
so we had to set a new goal.
Awesome.
So that's
new goals.
Yeah. $900. That's when you guys unlock the Star Killer lightsaber.
Yeah.
So donate for Alzheimer's. It's a good cause, and you get a cool lightsaber.
It is a good cause.
Maybe get a chance at it, but you don't have to donate.
No.
No purchase necessary.
Batteries not included.
Anyway,
they're not electronic. They're just props. So batteries not included.
Django versus Kylo.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I know.
So redeemed Kylo.
No, not redeemed Kylo.
I know. I'm asking that as a question.
No way.
So
no way,
not
no
redeemed.
how.
Okay, fine. So just Rise of Skywalker, Kylo Ren.
Rise of Skywalker, Kylo Ren.
He does have
with the Wayfinder. We're talking, he walked in, and then the two stormtroopers, they just walked past the two stormtroopers, and it's like Knights of Ren, ghouls.
He says goals, brother.
He does not
say ghouls. Guys, settle this. That's just random. Settle this in the chat.
No way.
In Force Awakens, when they walk by the stormtroopers, do the stormtroopers say ghouls or goals?
Ghouls. Not goals.
He says goals, man. I'm about to pull up the subtitles of Disney Plus. We've had this argument so many times. Somebody, please. He said, no. Okay.
Ghouls.
Please.
Ghouls?
Somebody pull up Disney Plus for us.
Yeah, because I've never actually gone and looked at it.
Look at the subtitles. I swear they say goals because they walk like a squad. And they're like, man, that's goals right there.
No way.
And that was the time, man. Like, that was like popular because it really dates the movie.
Star Wars.
I know. It really dates the movie. I hate it.
No way.
Okay, I was actually just about to bring this up. The freezing. I think that actually does. I mean, you can't just take that out. That's part of his skill set.
It's like his skill set.
Yeah,
like, that's like his thing.
I think that actually that's a pretty big thing with him versus Jango.
It's true, because he can even do it to Rey.
Yeah.
Who, like, granted, at that point, like, the Force hadn't awakened yet, but like,
no, he does it to her again in Rise of Skywalker.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, during their fight, he doesn't freeze her completely, but he freezes her blade. You can see the blade.
But she does the same thing to him. They're just blocking the blade.
Yeah, that's because
no,
Force stasis. That's what it's called.
Yes.
What scene is this, Kate? It's in Force Awakens.
It's right at the very beginning when like they go and they drop the one guy who says "Win the war." They drop his head right on the table for the first time.
That's in Rise of Skywalker. Is this in Rise of Skywalker or is it in Force Awakens?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Force freeze, or are you talking about the ghouls scene?
The ghouls scene.
The ghouls scene is in Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, my bad.
Win the war. It's that guy. It's right after, and it's the meeting with Hux.
Okay, apparently it's in that movie. Somebody go look.
You've only ever seen it once, and it's your favorite Star Wars movie.
I've only seen it one time. I know, that's crazy. See, that's what I'm saying. He can freeze. He can freeze.
He could.
I don't pay attention to Tross.
Maybe you should start. All roads lead there.
Okay, who's winning this matchup?
Well, lightsaber. No, Jango doesn't wear a Beskar. Fun fact.
Wears Durasteel, right?
Yeah, at least in my opinion, he does. He wears like ceremonial Mandalorian armor because he steals that. That's why it's like silver.
Yeah, which I hate that, but it's
why do you hate that?
I don't know. I just wish he was Mandalorian. Just
okay, so but no, this is how I theory craft all of it. So, okay. Whatever. I guess we're having Seth time for a second. Okay. So he's from Concord Dawn. Okay.
Right. Yeah,
so he's a foundling, right? But he takes off his helmet. So that means Death Watch doesn't like acknowledge him, right?
Okay.
Okay. So the other thing is, since he's Death Watch and from Concord Dawn, then that means the actual Mandalorians don't acknowledge him either.
Okay.
So he's an outsider to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, What's the problem with him? Like I mean, like he is Mandalorian, but he's not.
I know.
On technicality, he's
I just
wish
they wouldn't have complicated it. That's my.
Oh no, it's super complicated. Like I had to like come up with some of that and like do some mental gymnastics to get to that.
I just wish he was just easy.
No, I agree. It would make way more sense. But my father Jango.
They're the original Mandalorians, from the universe. I just wish that they would have just complicated.
Just kept it.
That's just my opinion.
No, I agree. But yeah, they even say what?
Apparently, it is ghouls. Wow. I don't know if I believe you guys. I'm going to go look later, but apparently it's ghouls. That's great. Why do they say that?
Because they're scary, Connor. Because they need something. They're scary.
That's dumb.
No, it's not.
I don't like it.
Maybe you should watch the movie again.
I should have maybe at least one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, just check the subtitles. It's ghouls.
That's great. I can't believe it.
Why?
That's nuts.
Because doesn't it make you feel better that it didn't date the movie?
I don't like. I am. It's better than that, but I just think I still think it's dumb.
Yeah.
Jango's armor is officially Beskar by Kanan. Is it?
By whom? It blows up.
No, it is. He's right in Mando, because that armor is the same armor.
This is my father's armor?
Yeah.
Or no, I thought the chain code was passed or whatever.
It's his armor though. It's not the helmet, but it is his armor. Because remember, he blows up Jango's helmet.
He does. I know. And how was he able to blow it up if it was Beskar?
I think the helmet wasn't Beskar. No, seriously, I think this is the lore.
That's ridiculous.
Because all Beskar belongs to the Mandalorians. That's why Mando is so adamant about taking it.
It's true. So then what? The Jango just has a Durasteel helmet, but then randomly has...
Because he has multiple helmets. You remember seeing that?
He has multiple helmets.
I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty sure Jango is they're the same, but he has multiple helmets.
No, he doesn't. What are you talking about?
Well, because
Boba blows up the one.
I know. And then I'm pretty sure the next helmet he gets is also Jango's, though.
No.
The Jango helmet was a decoy in Clone Wars, was it? This is why we always like to preface that we're not experts in Star Wars. We're just two dudes.
But I still like to think that,
Either way, helmet out of the question. His armor is definitely Beskar.
I don't feel like it is, but okay. In old canon, Beskar wasn't even a thing in old canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Mando is so adamant about taking the armor.
Yeah.
Because Beskar belongs to the Mandalorians.
It's true.
So,
but I'm saying that I don't think that the one that Boba Fett had was Jango Fett's. That maybe the chain code or part of the armor was.
Okay, you're saying that Boba Fett's armor is not Jango Fett's armor.
Yeah, that's what I was getting more at. Is that?
Okay, this is another thing. If you guys know, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Now you're confusing me.
Because he says the whole because does he say something about this is my chain code and this is the father it was my armor, my father's armor before me or something like that? Yeah. Does he say that? And then it does say Jester Mural, which he was the first one.
Yeah.
Because I think that anyway. So back to Kylo Ren. So he freezes. I
think Kylo Ren takes it. They make a good point in the chat. It's like Mace versus Jango. Mace takes it, and it's like, is Kylo or Mace more powerful? I still think Kylo takes it, especially Prime Kylo. I think he can force stasis a lot of Jango's
weapons. And Jango is a Jedi killer, though. That's like his thing.
Kylo's not a Jedi.
Good point. Isn't he though? Isn't he though? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, I think Kylo just threw his strength in the Force.
Yeah,
because any fight we see in the sequels,
too is Kylo's super bullheaded. That he's going to just barrel through.
Well, unfortunately, we don't see Kylo actually fight anybody that he's not conflicted about.
It's true.
Like he's either injured in Force Awakens, or he's very conflicted about fighting Rey or Luke. I think Kylo's a tank. I think he could take Jango.
Yeah, and I was gonna say in the comics so far, he keeps getting stripped down, and then he does these fights. If that makes any kind of sense, and beats up a bunch of nobodies.
Yeah, Piatti, that is a good point. To go back to this briefly, he does say this armor belonged to my father. He does say that. Yeah,
but okay, so that's where it gets muddy again, because that armor could have been Jester Mural's armor. Is that may not have been what Jango was wearing. So that's what I'm saying, that Jango could have had.
Jango's armor isn't Jester's?
No. I don't believe it is. That I think Jango. That's what I'm saying is I think Jango did actually have multiple sets of armor, and I don't think Boba Fett wore the same one that Jango was wearing.
Interesting.
That's all I'm getting at. So yeah.
But we all agree
Kylo Ren probably takes it.
Kylo Ren. This next one is really interesting.
Well, okay. How did we pick it in the main one?
Oh, because did they fight in our main one?
No, in our main one, Cal fought who?
Boba Fett.
And you know what? Everybody thinks Cad Bane's better than Boba Fett.
Because he is.
Yo, well then there you go. I guess Cad Bane beats Cal Kestis. Because you know.
I actually do think Cad Bane probably does take it. But I don't know.
I hate Cad Bane, so you know how I feel. Colby. Colby or Cal. Oh, man. Dark side Cal went. Yeah. Cal tapping into the dark side could maybe take it. We were really on the fence about Boba Fett versus Cal. Yeah.
We really weren't sure about that.
But do you think that Cad Bane's better than Boba Fett?
It doesn't matter if he's better.
But it doesn't matter. No, hold on. If it was almost a tie, then that means that we're power scaling. So if it was almost a tie here, if Cad Bane's actually better than Boba Fett,
it's these specific people versus each other. So it could very well be the case that Cad Bane beats Boba Fett, but Cal Kestis beats Cad Bane because Cal could be better matched to Cad Bane or to Boba Fett.
They're like the same person.
Yeah, but Cad Bane has less like Mando stuff going on.
He does, but you know. Cad Bane can wield a lightsaber while he has rocket boots and be able to fight Quinlan Vos and Obi-Wan at the same time.
Here's my argument.
Argument to what?
I think Cal beats Boba Fett because of that specific matchup. Boba Fett being a Jedi killer, or rather, Boba Fett beat Cal. That's what I meant. Sorry. Boba Fett being specifically, honed in on that skill set.
Uh-huh. I
don't think Cad Bane is quite as good at that. Now, I think Cad Bane would be, they draw together. Right? I think they're probably equal.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Boba Fett. I think Cal takes this.
Okay. I haven't played the Fallen Order game, so I don't really know that much.
Well, I know you hate Cad Bane as well, so
doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I think Cal takes this one. He's way more skilled because it's not just the Force. Cal is really good at a lot of things. Cal using the blaster stance.
I was going to say, look what Nate wrote.
Cad Bane would win. Dude stuffed a pipe down his throat to counter Force. That's true too. Gosh,
but Cal's not going to Force choke him.
He might.
Would he?
He might.
Is he not a good person?
By the end of Survivor, he dabbles in the dark side a little bit. What about Vader?
Like him?
No, he's not that bad, but like he definitely dabbles.
Like him?
I would say he's more like a Quinlan Vos in that way. Like
the Enigma?
Before Quinlan got lame. Like he's he definitely doesn't mind dabbling.
Yeah.
He's probably as close to
what?
I was going to say
Asajj Ventress?
No, he teeters on like a gray Jedi type. That's a good thing.
Don't even bring that up.
No, I hate gray Jedi too. But I'm like, where he is at the end of Survivor though, he definitely doesn't mind breaking the Jedi code a few times. Gotcha. He's kind of like how Asajj is to the Sith. Cal is to the Jedi. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Kinda.
Not afraid to break the rules. Well, I mean, he's already making out with his night sister girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the Jedi way.
It's not the Jedi way.
No.
Yoda would not approve of that.
Yeah.
Cal takes it. Boom. Okay.
Wow.
That round took a little bit. Okay, guys. Catching up with y'all. Don't forget. Hey, we gotta keep going here, guys. The $900 goal to unlock here. I'll show it to you. Starkiller's lightsaber in the giveaway, and this as well. Some other little goodies. So hashtag BDTS giveaway. That's all you need to do to enter. But if you want to unlock that final giveaway, we got to hit that goal for the Alzheimer's Association, the $900 goal, which we're only about $180 off, something like that. So we can do it. We can do it by the end of the stream, guys. I believe in y'all. And these are for the other two. These we'll be giving away at random points during the show. So stay tuned for that. We have a lot of entries already, but go ahead and throw that in there if you have not done so yet. So, okay. Cad was keeping up with Anakin. Cad beats Cal. I don't know. Not by the I don't know. This one really could go either way, but
I don't know. I haven't played the games.
I think Cal is
Cad has like weird plot armor. It's nuts.
Are we lagging a bit? Sorry. We're lagging a bit. Hold on. Says we're lagging a skosh. Although we have great bit rate. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Did it fix?
Are we back? Cad Bane would survive Baltimore.
What a thought.
Do you see that? You get that up on there. Oh no.
Did we freeze?
It says right there. It says error. YouTube is
no. That's been on there. I think. It's on the board. It's finalized. Are we good now, guys? You let us know.
How are we doing? Are we frozen?
We back. Okay, they're saying we're back. All right.
We back. You bring that up. Cat
Okay.
Bane would survive Baltimore. Because that's hilarious.
Okay, sorry about that. Thanks, guys. All right, on the next one, you have the marker? Did I give it to you?
No, it's right there on the floor.
All right, next one. We've got Boba Fett versus Rey. We know this one. Rey's just so strong. I like, and to be clear, I like Rey.
He killed Palpatine.
I know. All the Jedi killed Palpatine. I stand by this. It was not Rey. Rey was just the conduit. I do. I like Rey.
I like Boba Fett.
But I don't, man, it's just, she gets so muddied with her, like, where her character and her power by the time of Rise of Skywalker. I don't like how that goes, but she's got to take it. Right? I mean, she's got to. I'll hear an argument. I'm not the biggest Boba Fett guy. I think Mando has kind of superseded what Boba Fett was always meant to be.
Yeah.
So you guys will have to, you'll have to convince me if we're going Boba. I don't think we could take her defeating of Palpatine into account because I don't think that really is what happened. I will say this, she's kind of like Qui-Gon in that she is a conduit for the Force.
Yeah, and she's going to let the Force flow through her, and then whatever happens, happens.
I would say TLJ Rey has to be Prime Rey. Because I think her dabbling in the dark side by the time of Tross. Well, post-Tross Rey is Prime Rey, but we just don't see her that much.
Yeah.
So, centered.
She needs help, though, with even the Praetorian Guards.
Yeah, and okay, so fine. So, Yellow Lightsaber Rey is Prime
It's probably,
Rey.
yeah.
That's Prime Rey.
Constructed her own lightsaber.
Yeah, she can Force heal. I think she's more of a Qui-Gon, where she's centered more with the Force.
She can't Force heal. Okay. Oh, yeah, she does. She feels that one creature. Yeah.
And Kylo.
Yes.
It's in that one movie.
Yeah, your favorite movie. For some reason, I was thinking that Leia helped with that. No, Leia distracted him with her death.
Everyone is sighing. Stop it. Okay. Rey's fine.
Yeah.
I just don't like where a character goes in Rise of Skywalker. That's where I'm like having difficulty because I think that actually has.
I like what Diddy said. Is blind Han Solo can win. I guess Rey can win.
He got a point. But is it the canon though that Boba Fett was like drunk or something?
No, I don't think so.
I've always heard that like he was on Jabba's sail barge and he got a little sloth.
That's in Robot Chicken.
Well, I believe it. You know,
don't forget my brother Ella.
Yeah, he's just having a good time, man.
Always drunk better when I fly. He grabs the drink. No child left behind. Am I right? And he goes out there. It's insane.
Boba went toe to toe with Vader. No,
in Legends,
say like in a comic, right?
Yeah, in Legends, he does it in a tale, and then like the other thing is they're going after that head in Enemy of the Empire, and that hardly counts because like Vader is concerned more with the head, and Boba knows that.
Yeah,
and so yeah, Boba barely escapes.
I think Rey's got this one.
Seth Green tells no lies.
Sounds like we all are in agreement here. Rey takes it.
Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker.
Rey Skywalker.
It's gonna sound like we hate Rey.
I don't hate her. I just think that like it's
wasted
tough.
potential.
Well, I was gonna say it's just tough power scaling her.
Yeah.
There's nothing to really go off of. It's just like, hey, by the way, she's really, really powerful. Okay.
But she's powerful because like the Force needs her to be.
He's the same way though.
Yeah.
Light rises and darkness to it.
Kylo has like a lot of training to back it up, and like
kinda.
And Rey, don't get me wrong, she gets like her training in between the two movies.
Yeah, we just don't see anything.
But Rey's like main ability, if you will, is that she's a conduit for the Force.
Yeah,
you know, like every time she has a major victory, at least in 2 of the 3 movies, it's because of that. She's a conduit for the Force.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, she has some combat prowess for sure, like with her bow staff and things like that. But I don't know. She's tough. She, like you said, those movies only take place during a year, a little over a year
and some change.
So it's like, we just don't know.
No, we don't.
So yeah. All right, fine. We'll give it to Rey.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make her.
She's just trying to make her way in the
Ray
in the galaxy.
Stop. Completely disagree, boy. I think that there's a world where.
Tell me. Talk me through it, because the other thing too is Canon Boba Fett. We don't actually know.
Yeah, we don't know
that much about him.
Yeah,
a lot of the cool stories were wiped away with the legend stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
Yeah,
I think Boba Fett and Kanan, unfortunately, he's just not like everything we know about him. He don't have that much sauce. I'll be honest. When it comes,
he don't have that dog in him.
No, he don't have that dog in him.
Supposedly he does, but like I don't know the. Yeah, I can't reference the story anymore.
Exactly,
it's not there. So the archives are incomplete.
Exactly,
if you will.
So there you go. It's like with that in mind, Rey has to take it. She's got to take it. Okay, moving on to the next one. This is an interesting matchup. Kanan versus Asajj. Does Boba have his biker gang?
That'd be sick.
That's true. If he's got Spinny Boy, Rey may be out of the.
The guy that flips around.
Yeah,
yeah.
She's just gonna be like, so taken with the style. Yeah,
she's got a problem
because he's got that dog in him. Let's be real. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. Next matchup: Kanan versus Asajj Ventress. What we got here?
I think Asajj beats him, right?
I don't know, because Kanan goes toe to toe with Darth Maul while he's freshly blinded.
Okay. And you don't think that Asajj could take on Darth Maul?
That's a tough matchup. I don't know.
Which Darth Maul? What's prime Darth Maul to you?
We've had this argument before.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just, for me, it's Clone Wars Maul. For you, I know it's Phantom Menace Maul.
Yeah.
So let's just assume both of us are right for a minute.
Spider legs.
Because we're not going to get into this debate again.
Yeah.
So for you, it's TPM. For me, it's Clone Wars Maul. All right.
Yeah.
But they're probably equally as powerful in both of our heads. So I don't know. I think he probably takes Asajj. He's a lot more brutal than she is. I think he's raw dark side.
Yeah, but if she needs to, she can go there.
I don't think she does, though. Especially not prime Asajj, like we talked about. Because that's.
But she needs to go to that place.
Huh?
Dark. If she needs to go to that place.
I know, but I think
she's like Quinlan. She's not forgotten. She hasn't forgotten the enigma.
Okay, well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about just Asajj versus Kanan. Because that's prime Asajj. So prime Asajj is that Bad Batch era Asajj.
And let's think about who. I like this point right here. Quinlan even brought it up right there.
Oh, Quinlan.
Quinlan Voss brought this up. Because this is really, really interesting.
He's got...
Who trained him? Who trained him?
This is a conflict of interest with Quinlan. Okay, that's like his girl. We can't.
Who trained Kanan Jarrus, though? No one.
What do you mean, no one? He had a master.
Who?
Depa Balaba.
And then what happened to her? She got gunned down.
Order 66. That's not fair.
Then, yeah, exactly. And then he's got no one. He's got to figure it out. Who was she trained by?
Dooku, but she's not Dooku.
She's trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku.
I probably agree Asajj, but I just think that the argument needs to be sound. That's all.
I got
That's all.
I think Asajj could take her. Or take him.
Probably.
I think so too.
Because we're talking about prime Kanan. That's season 3 Rebels.
Freshly blinded.
Not freshly, but like after he simmered on it for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. You know? He's accepted that he's just blind now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think after Asajj is a little more centered, she probably takes him.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Asajj Ventress. Yeah, a lot of people are torn on a lot of these. This is interesting.
No, this one's really hard.
This one is hard. A lot of these matchups have been difficult.
Asajj would win. I just don't like Freddie Prinze Jr.
I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't either. That's what really stops me from loving Kanan Jarrus. I know that's dumb, but I'm not a big Freddie Prinze Jr. fan.
You don't like Scooby-Doo?
I think he's okay in that, but he just doesn't seem like the nicest dude. Every time I watch an interview with him, I'm like, God, this guy's just, I don't know. He rubs me the wrong way.
Gotcha.
Just me personally.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't put that on the character, but I can't help it. Depa Balaba was trained by Windu. Yeah, so what about that?
And then what? She didn't get a whole lot of time to train him.
He was a Padawan. He was like 10. That's a long time.
Was it though?
And then he cowboy Jedi'd around.
Hiding his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Pretending like he didn't exist.
Asajj, yeah, that's true. He struggles against Inquisitors. That's a great point. Yeah. The Inquisitors are kind of bozos. All right, guys. Next one. IG-88 versus Din Djarin.
This is tough.
This is another hard one.
This is tough because, like, I think that IG-11 was given would have given Din Djarin a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
IG-8's tougher than IG-11 in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the superior murder bot. What do you think? I think plot armor is going to save the Mando.
No, I mean, we can't give him plot armor. I think whistling birds are a big thing.
Yeah.
It's hard to throw that out.
Yeah.
But he is a murder bot. I think he could dodge a lot of them, but there's so many.
It is true.
And I think at the very least, because that's going to be a high threat, right? If he could use IG-88's like droid mind against him, fires off the whistling birds, takes that spear, stabs him while he's trying to evade it.
Yeah. But I was going to say that like IG-8's got a flamethrower, sonic stunner. He can shoot from far away. He can see in all directions.
I think he can tank just enough of those to get that kill off.
You think so?
That's all we see Din Djarin do is tank hits.
I was going to say, could he tank a vibroblade? I mean, like IG-8's like, he's stacked. This ain't IG-11 just walking around with nothing.
All right, well, let's create the scenario, okay? They're in the Coliseum. They're fighting blow for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then it comes to the point where, Stella in here?
Yeah, your cat's in here. That scared the crap out of me.
I didn't really, hey, come over here.
Scared the crap out of me.
I didn't realize she was in here.
Yeah.
So they're going both blow for blow.
Yeah.
Then Din's like, okay, it's time for the whistling birds.
Yeah.
But that's not his goal. Fires him off, takes that spear, runs through IG-88, but at the same time, IG-88 spins around and stabs Din, but it's not a fatal blow because he's covering all of his vital regions with the Beskar.
Yeah.
So I think that Din, he comes away very injured. But he kills IG-88.
But then what if IG-88 goes like this, grabs him, bear hugs him, then blows them both up?
Would Din die from that? With the Beskar?
Oh my gosh, he's right next to it. He got messed up from the he got messed up from the one explosion when Moff Gideon blew up that one generator near him.
I guess my main argument is, can Din tank enough hits to get that kill shot?
I don't know.
Because what happens if Din does the whistling birds? What happens when he does that? What does IG-88 do?
They just like make explosions, don't they?
No, they're Beskar needles, basically.
Gotcha.
So that's going to penetrate anything on IG-88. Now, I think the IG-88 could deflect
some of them.
Yeah.
He could, because again, it could see multi-directional. It could probably fight, like, it fires better than a human. It could probably, knock a few out of the sky.
Yeah. But either one of those takes him out, or Din takes the opportunity while IG-88's distracted. Yeah. Run him through with that Beskar spear.
Exactly. And then while he's running him through, why doesn't IG-8 just like grab him and then pull him in?
That's possible.
It's very true.
But Din could also just have the range with the spear.
He could. What if IG-8 just grabbed the spear though and took it from him and stabbed him with it?
Like, but if he runs him through with a kill shot, IG-88's dead. Like that's it.
What's a kill shot though? Like
to the head?
Through the head. That'd be like the only thing. And then
yeah. Why doesn't he do that? That's my scenario. I'm open to another one.
I don't know. I think that like Din's prejudice towards droids is going to come in. I think that that's going to like distract him as well. But I think that he's going to be like, oh no, this thing's stupid and I don't trust it and everything.
I don't think he's like that. I think he respect. Oh, he was during the Clone Wars, man. He was like,
I know.
He knows their capabilities. He just doesn't like them.
The IG-88
he's a little droid racist. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think that's going to mess him up because he's going to be like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Could joust him with the Beskar spear.
IG-88 would bear hug him and self-destruct. Maybe, but can he get close enough? Din's also got the jetpack.
He does. It's interesting. He can move a lot faster. They both have flamethrowers.
Another scenario. Exact same setup. Okay. Whistling birds, except for Din takes off with the jetpack right through the head.
With the spear?
While 88's confused. Or not confused, but distracted.
I mean, what if like IG has like his pulse rifle or whatever that's gonna like they could like scramble Din's brain though too.
Could, but I think that again, can he tank the hit just long enough to get the spear through his head?
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think that Din could tank a lot of hits to get there.
Yeah,
I think the one thing IG-88's got is the bear hug idea with the self-destruct, but then that's a draw. So it's like, who wins that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really hard. I say that Woozy. That's great.
Even if Din has the Darksaber, he doesn't wield it very well, so I think that wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah, we've kind of determined that Prime Din has to be him with the spear.
Like he's got it, but I mean he's not gonna be busting it out.
Why is everyone saying Din? Cat tax. I'll try to get her over here, guys. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Din. We have a few IG-88 stands in here.
I like IG-88. I just don't know.
I'm indifferent. I really like Din, but I'm not trying to take that into account.
Yeah. And I just think, too, that, like, IG-11 was going to give Din trouble, I think. And IG-88 is better than IG-11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if Din maintains range, though,
yeah,
he can.
But I'm also thinking, too, that, like, IG-88 didn't get as good as it is with, like, just, like, you know, it's handled something that could fly before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you. You know about IG-88 a little more than me.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the other problem, though, is we don't know a whole lot about IG-88 and Kanan. That's the thing. Is
well, we know about IG-11 I think we could take that.
Yeah, you could take that.
Transfer.
Yes, like, I mean, and it's tough, and it would be a tough fight, but I think that ultimately a human can beat it out.
Quinlan, our scenario here is basically that, like,
they're in the arena.
They're in
the
arena.
Geonosis arena.
Maybe there's some cover, you know, but it's kind of like everybody has a clear mind. They're going into the fight, you know, ready to kill the other person.
No one can sneak up on anybody. That's why, like, our boy Hunter and, you know, Kira didn't have a chance.
There's no Batman prep time in this bracket.
Yeah, I think it's Din. I think Din finally takes it.
Okay, Din takes it.
Yep.
Din Djarin takes it. Wow, what a matchup. All right, let's see. Stella, hey. I might have to go get her. She is like passed out over there. So if you guys want the cat tax, spam it in the chat and I might go grab her. Hey, we got a few more donations here. Duel the Kates with the 10.
Thank
and
you.
Anonymous with the 25. Thank you guys. We're getting closer.
Where are we at?
We're 761 out of 900.
So that's how much is left.
That's how much is left. We need about 140. Oh, my bad.
Like it's how much is left? Then they need
about 140.
About 140. You guys can do it
to get to that third giveaway.
You can do it.
You guys can do it. Good cause, Alzheimer's Association. But you guys are crushing it. Seriously, out of the 250 goal from our first session, and we've already gotten up over $100 for today. So you guys rock. But everybody's saying cat tax. Okay. I guess I'll have to go get her.
Get the cat. Oh, I heard her.
I'll go get her. While you tee up the next one.
Oh, the next one is Captain Rex. You know, in his experience, what is it?
In his book.
In his book, yeah. In his book, experience outweighs everything.
Goodness.
But then here's the other thing, though. It's Qimir. Oh no, I think that. Yeah, I like what PID Diddy is saying, is that Qimir wins this one on his biceps alone.
That's true. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Here. There's Stella. She might sit on my lap for the rest of the stream. We'll see. Oh, she purring.
Nope.
She's not hanging out.
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, there's Stella.
Yep.
Hey, Stella, you don't want to sit up here?
Yeah.
You are shedding real bad, Cap.
Ridiculous. All right.
Okay, so we have. Oh, and thank you so. Hey, I just paid it. Thank you so much for the $1.99.
Yeah.
Hey, you made money, Stella. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm finally contributing to this household. It's about time.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Connor.
No, she's great. Now she's rolling on the ground over there. She's being real cute. Rex, I don't care if I'm shilling. No way. I mean, Qimir has this,
dude. Yeah,
it's not even. And I am a Rex
apologist
stan.
Yeah.
Okay, I love Rex, but there is no way I'm arguing myself out of that hole. No way. Qimir like blows past Rex. No question about it. This isn't even an argument. You would agree, wouldn't you?
Yes. I mean, oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah. Sorry.
Demolishes him.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, we've done the second round. Time for the first giveaway.
Woo!
Let's see. Let's do Jen's Tonfa.
Jen's Tonfa.
Everybody's real hot on Rogue One. It's just a fun prop. I don't know. I think it's cool.
It is cool because you got your little hook, so you can hook it to your belt.
Did she even actually wear? Is this in the deleted scene?
No, she whips it out and smacks the stormtrooper with it.
She smacks the stormtrooper. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys at home can flip that out.
And these props
It's
are
just
like
a prop.
they're wearable props.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it's built for, is that you hang this on your belt. It doesn't telescope because it's not actually a weapon. But yeah, there you go. Is that you can have it out for your.
All right, we're doing the first one.
Hook it on your side. Wait, should we tell them one more time? If you just came in?
No, it's too late. Well, there'll be more. There'll
be more.
All right,
Pick
3,
winner.
2, 1.
Pick a winner.
Zane. All right, Zane, if you're in the chat,
please be in the chat.
Throw down a chat message, and then I'll need you to.
You're here.
And then I'll need you to message me on either email beyondthedunesea@gmail.com or on Instagram at
the
Beyond the
Instagram page.
Because I got to get your info, otherwise I got to re-roll. So I'll give you a few minutes here to speak up in the chat. But I just came. Don't worry, BC. There's more.
Oh yeah,
we'll reopen it in just a second.
Yeah. Are we saying good morning to you, BC Scrubs?
Here, I'll go ahead and reopen it right now. That way you can throw it in. All right,
Zane, where you at?
All right, Zane.
Zane, where you at?
We'll give you till 8:07, and then we got to re-roll. So BC, you can throw down the hashtag BD. And if you've already done it, by the way, you don't have to do it again. You can. It's not going to give you an extra entry, but you should already be there from the first giveaway. All right, we're waiting on Zane. Waiting on Zane.
Come on, Zane.
So what's our next matchup?
You want this Tonfa? Oh, the next are we doing
Qui-Gon and Mace? Oh,
Qui-Gon versus Mace.
It's gonna get real interesting.
It does
here for this next round.
Yep.
Okay, you got 1 more minute, Zane.
Come on, Zane. 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 Zane.
And while we're waiting, guys, we're gonna plug it again on the QR code right there or in the pinned comment. Donate for the Alzheimer's Association. Our new goal for today's stream is 900. We're just $140 away from that. And reaching that goal will unlock the Star Killer lightsaber prop, which is so cool. It's got a little exposed kyber crystal in there and everything. So a lot of fun. Come on, Zane. Come on, Zane. Is this
Zane.
Seth time while we wait?
Zane.
No one ever asked for Konnor time.
Zane.
I'm just not as popular or as famous as you.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it's the hair.
No.
That's what it is.
No.
All right. Well, okay. We're not quite to 8:07. So. All right. Looks like Zane might have ran out the clock here.
Maybe he ran away.
8:07. Okay, I'm picking a new winner.
Okay. Everyone get ready.
The Myth and the Coffee. You have won. Are you here? Are you still here? Let us know. Let us know. Myth and the Coffee, sound off in the chat. And I'll reopen here in just a minute after we do that. We'll give you another 2 minutes. Well, we'll give it 8:10. 8:10. So, yeah, is Seth giving away an autographed set of sunglasses? Maybe one day. That could be fun.
Guess so. I don't know why you'd want my autograph. It's not. It's not.
Because you're famous, Seth.
I'm not.
Just saying.
Knock that off. I'm not special.
Hey. Okay, send me a. Oh yeah, did Myth the Coffee win one before? So I might have your info already, but just in case, I don't know what method you messaged me the last time, but send me a message either on Instagram or on YouTube. Now, I don't know if the thing is set up this way, but you guys can't win 2 in a row. So Myth the Coffee, you're out for the next one, unfortunately. But you can re-enter on the next stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and shoot me a message. But I will look out for that here in a few minutes.
They're asking for Konnor time.
No, you guys are just trying to humor me. You knocked that off. I know you guys prefer Seth. It's okay. Seth's the man. I prefer Seth too.
Knock that off.
All right, I'll check.
I ain't special.
I'll check the DMs and the email. Like I said, I don't remember which one you have messaged me on before. So, okay, we will move on for the time being. I'll reopen the entries. Again, if you've already entered, you're already entered. You can put it in again if you'd like to, just in case. But hashtag BDTS giveaway if you have not done so yet. I believe we have. I don't know how many. We've got quite a few in here. So. Yeah, throw the hashtag in there if you want the next one. Go ahead and pull it up. What is it? The Cade Skywalker lightsaber hilt, which is pretty cool. So that'll be at another random point during the stream. Okay.
I hear you like legends.
Now I'm going to check one more time for that message, Myth Necrophy, before we jump on to the next bracket. All right, I see it. You're locked in.
Cool. Let's do this.
Congrats, man. These guys gaming the system here with 2 wins.
2 wins.
My goodness.
The W. The W.
Okay, next one up. We're back on this side.
Yep.
Qui-Gon Jinn versus Mace Windu.
Mace Windu bodies him.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah. Battle master.
Yep.
Essentially of the council.
I hate it. I love Qui-Gon, but see, this is why I think this is fun, because his strength against Bo-Katan is not a strength against Mace.
No.
He can't center himself, and his meditation isn't going to do anything really to help him square off against Mace. The only advantage I think he has is that
he's not going to be tapping into the dark side. And but it doesn't matter. Mace still knows Form 7.
Exactly.
Like, no, he's got this.
No, he's got it 100%. 100%. Mace. Oh my goodness. BC Scrubs, that's too kind.
You are very kind.
That's too kind. Cade Skywalker is my favorite Skywalker, hands down. Well, hey, I hope you win the giveaway. Qui-Gon is the GOAT, but Mace is better in combat. Yep.
It's true.
Yep. I don't think this one's much of a contest, unfortunately. No. As much as I love my boy Qui-Gon and I hate my boy Mace, but I hate him because they make you hate him, for a good reason. Great character.
Yeah. They hate us because they ain't us, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Kylo Ren versus Cal Kestis. Now, this is tough.
They're both scrappy.
Kylo's a tank, though. Cal's not. Cal's not a tank.
No, as I'm saying, they're both scrappy. I think that they would throw down lightsabers, just start punching each other if they needed to.
And I think if it came down to it, Cal would tap into the dark side.
You don't think Kylo wouldn't?
No, obviously he would. I'm just saying that, but it's not going to be a light side versus dark side thing.
And then the other thing though too is then Kylo's gonna be like, I'll show you the dark side, and then he's gonna freeze him.
Kylo's way then Force stasis is gonna be tough. I don't know if Cal's strong enough to break out of that.
I doubt that, and that's the whole thing.
Cal is really strong. His feats, he beats Trilla.
But I think Kylo beats Trilla though too.
Yeah. He beats the Inquisitor. I mean, she's the best Inquisitor by far, and he beats her and the other Inquisitor, the Ninth Sister.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kylo takes this one.
Yeah.
I think Kylo's got more raw power. Yeah. The Force stasis ability. Cal is really good as a front man for the rebellion, because that's the whole story, by the way, in Survivors.
I know they're trying to find for the path, right? They're trying to find a safe spot for the path.
That's toward the end. But when the game starts, though, you find out for 5 years, Cal has been a loud rebellion.
Okay.
That's his goal, is he wants to be out there loud and proud. I'm fighting the Empire, and he's mad at his compatriots for not doing that.
Gotcha.
Basically.
So he's like a front man.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I think he's really good at fighting any of the Empire's goons.
Yeah.
But against other Force users, he'll stand his own. But against someone like Kylo Ren with that mighty Skywalker blood, and someone who's way stronger than that too.
I would just feel that he could beat the crap out of him, and it just wouldn't. Yeah, if that makes any kind of sense.
He'll tank anything. That's what I'm saying. I think that really is Kylo's strength. Is he's gonna tank a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people, because I've seen a couple of people here saying that Cal has a whole lot of stims. That's true. Prime Cal would be 100% completion Jedi Survivor Cal. Okay. So he could just stim up. I'm kidding. It's that's a video game mechanic. We can't put that in there.
Yeah.
But Kylo, even though Cal's the better character. Yeah, Cal's definitely more developed. That's what's tough about these sequel trilogy characters.
Read the comics, though. The comics are helping. That's what you guys got to either watch the videos or read it. I mean, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Kylo's getting lots and lots of development.
No, I stand by this. This will die on this hill. Kylo does not lose to Finn. In that whole fight.
When did he lose to Finn?
He gets one blow on Kylo.
He gets nicked, and then then he nicks Finn.
Yeah, and puts him up the back.
And I was going to say that Finn's unconscious into the next film.
Yeah, that's true. Which is only moments away, by the way, but yeah.
Moments away from what?
Those two movies are only moments apart.
It doesn't matter. You could still say that.
Cal wouldn't fall for Luke's force projection. What is that argument? No, of course he wouldn't, but that's
a loss, getting nicked. What? So Luke beat Darth Vader? He got nicked on Bespin.
That's true.
Oh.
And Chewie hit. That's the big thing with that fight in TFA that people always don't mention. Kylo was shot in the stomach by Chewbacca's bowcaster.
Oh, a weapon that made stormtroopers go flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tanked that hit and then still like fought Finn. And the only reason Rey wins that fight is one, I don't think Kylo's trying to kill her. He's like, I can be your teacher.
Yeah.
But then Rey is a literal conduit for the light side of the Force.
Or dark side. It could be Palpatine flowing through her.
Like also could be that as well.
Yes. It's kind of ambiguous.
Kylo barely beat some Praetorian guards. Cal fought Inquisitors and Purge Troopers.
So
I don't think he barely beats the Praetorian guards. I mean, he beats them.
he does beat them. I mean, he even helps out Rey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in that scene too. I don't know.
Kylo's the leader of the Knights of Ren, guys.
I think there is an argument for Cal, but I think with Kylo's just strength in the Force.
I think he also just like, I'm just imagining a high school fight in a, like I've moved it. It's in a, I'm thinking Tommy and Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter Flash, Tom Maguire.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're in a high school. I think like Kylo Ren's just gonna beat the snot out of him. Like, that's just
basically
that's basically it.
The thing that we have to remember with the sequels and Kylo Ren, we only see a couple fights, and he's conflicted every time or injured.
Yeah,
We never see, the only time we see him really at his full potential is with that fight scene. That scene with Poe. But in the fight scene in Rise of Skywalker, he's barely breaking a sweat against Rey. The only reason Rey gets that hit
is because
Leia basically force projects across the galaxy.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
That Kylo loses that fight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, he's not even like, Rey's out of breath. He's like and he's tanking like with a broadsword.
Yeah.
Smacking her down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kylo's got this one, guys.
Yeah.
Kylo's got it. Which makes the next matchup super boring.
We got to get here first, right?
And he took out the Knights of Ren easily once he got his saber. Exactly. Like once Kylo is not conflicted, that dude, he smokes just about anybody.
It's true.
I think there's very few people that can stand up to him. Comparing game to the movies will always be hard. That's true too. Like with Starkiller, if Starkiller was on this list, that'd be super difficult because how do you power scale that from the game? Like the game is meant to make you feel powerful.
And then the whole thing too is like you can change Starkiller to your liking. And like, you know, you could like beef up the lightning or you could beef up like the force. Yeah, the force repulses and stuff like that. So he fights differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much power does the dyad provide Kylo? I mean, probably a little bit. That's probably part of it. Kate's saying, so never played Jedi Survivor. So Cal is like, he's definitely a strong Jedi. I would put him on like Kanan Jarrus tier as far as power level, but he taps into the dark side from time to time, but that doesn't help against Kylo.
Yeah, it's not going to help. And I just think that Kylo is just going to be tougher than him.
Yeah.
I think physically I think that's what it's really going to come down to is that I think even if Cal gets a couple hits on him and nicks him, Kylo's just going to keep going. He's going to tank the hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized I didn't actually put these two together.
We didn't put who? What?
We'll get there. That's okay.
What?
Next one, Rey versus Starkiller is way less OP than Kylo. Yeah, if you read, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you read the Force Unleashed books, it describes Starkiller's actual power a little bit better because the video games they just want you to feel insane. Yeah, that's why they're structured that way. Yeah. But in like power scaling,
and then I was gonna say too that like people like to bring up the alternate ending where like none of that is true, where you're basically Darth Vader and you're the extra levels. You're essentially Darth Vader at that point.
Oh, yeah. In Force Unleashed. Yeah, when he's like Sith Apprentice.
Yeah, where he's like basically in the Iron Lung himself.
Yeah.
And so like at that point, you know, he's killing Ben Kenobi, he's beating up Luke, he's killing Leia.
Yep.
He's frying Chewbacca. Like it's like, yeah.
True. Mm-hmm. All right, next one. We've got Rey versus Asajj Ventress. This is another kind of interesting fight, I think.
Yeah. I think Rey still beats her.
You think so?
Well, you give me the argument.
I think Asajj Ventress is way more skilled. So, okay, let's remember how we just said that Kylo is easily beating Rey in that Rise of Skywalker scene.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You think Asajj, how does Asajj and Kylo, are they kind of on the same? Kylo's definitely more powerful than Asajj Ventress.
Oh, definitely.
Like way more.
Definitely.
Rey has more force potential. Probably.
I think too the fact that Kylo Ren, like the situation's also wearing Rey down too.
That's true.
She wants she's mad that she's mad that he broke the Wayfinder.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing.
See, this is where I'm coming down with John. I'm with you. Like Asajj has way more training, but Rey has more force potential.
Yeah, exactly. So how's that going to fare? She's a conduit for the Force, Connor.
That's the thing is like Rey, and I don't mean this as a negative. It's a positive in these movies, I think. But Rey wins when the Force needs her to win.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like that is a major plot point in The Force Awakens. I mean, that's the title of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know that you could give that to her against Asajj. I mean, there's an argument for that. But I mean, Asajj goes toe to toe with Obi-Wan and Anakin at the same time. I think Asajj might have this one.
She was also trained by Count Dooku.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
Definitely has more training.
Rey was trained by Luke and Leia, theoretically. It's just, again, like I don't know, like we've been saying this whole time.
We don't know what Rey
is capable of. Yeah. She's definitely like a powerful Jedi in the sense that Qui-Gon's a powerful Jedi. In that like meditative, I can force heal, but like combat, I don't think Rey is the most skilled combatant.
No,
and Asajj is going to trounce her with that. Yeah, I think Asajj probably has this.
What's the chat saying?
So Asajj easily, the caliber of Jedi that Asajj has fought is incredible. That's true. That's true. Rey wins. I like Asajj more, but I just know Rey wins. Asajj is more talented and better at lightsaber combat. For me, that's a sure thing. Asajj has the edge. Asajj, the Force would definitely favor Rey. More combat experience as well. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying that as a negative. I don't think that we could invent a scenario where the Force would want to give Rey the edge.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's fair for the bracket.
Yeah.
I think Asajj
it's tough. I don't know.
Now, if we ever do get the new Jedi Order movie, and we see what that Rey is capable of, I'm sure that Rey is more powerful than Asajj. But right now, all we have is the sequel trilogy, which is only over the course of like a year and some change.
Yeah,
and she just does not have that much power. She just is.
I mean, she has enough power to like, all the Jedi flow through her and kill Palpatine.
Again, conduit.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
She's a lot of courage. She has a lot of heart, but just hand to hand. This is Coliseum. That's what we're talking about. Dropping them into a Coliseum. They're going head to head. I think Asajj Ventress has this. There are plenty of plot contrivances that could make Rey win, but I don't think that's happening this time. Dark Rey versus Asajj would be better. That's interesting. I think Dark Rey could win that fight.
Why? What would Dark Rey do? The Light Rey couldn't.
She's got Force lightning.
Who says that?
She uses it in Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, gosh. I mean, like, maybe.
But she could do it.
Yeah, well, the light side her could do it, right?
No.
I mean, she's
not going to tap into the dark side.
I mean, dark side her had sharp teeth.
That's true. She could bite Asajj.
She could bite Asajj.
That's true, Albo. I forgot about that. Asajj has her yellow lightsaber. Means so does Rey. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well,
they both lose by default.
I was going to say that Dark Rey has the nunchuck lightsaber, too. It flips out.
Joper, we are picking them during their prime. So this is like yellow lightsaber Rey versus yellow lightsaber Asajj.
Yeah.
So that's, I think TFA Rey wipes the floor with Asajj. No way.
Yeah, I don't know.
No way.
I don't know.
She doesn't do super well against Kylo until the Force awakens in her.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I definitely think TFA Rey loses easily to Asajj.
Yeah.
Especially a full power Asajj.
And I think that Kylo Ren beats her.
Yeah.
If he hadn't been shot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It could go, this one really could go either way, but I'm leaning toward Asajj.
This is as hard as like Qui-Gon versus Qui-Gon. Or Qui-Gon versus Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really could just be the situation. A lot of situations where Rey could come on top, but a Coliseum experience, I mean, what Matthew's saying, it has to be who has the most experience. And it's definitely... I think so, Joper. We were talking about this earlier, where that's Asajj at her prime.
I think so.
She's definitely the wisest.
Combat prowess.
Yeah, she has all of the abilities that Dooku gave her. She's not afraid to 'to 'tap into the dark side, but she's also able to be more centered like a Jedi.
Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah, she's able to be more centered like a Jedi. Yeah
She's another kind of weird one where she's in the middle a little bit.
Yep.
There you go. Okay, that one was tough.
Yep.
Next one, we've got, this is another tough one. Dooku versus Vader.
No, is it Dooku versus Vader? Is it Dooku versus, or when are we doing? We're doing this, aren't we?
Oh, my bad.
Din versus
Qimir. That's my fault. Yep. Din versus Qimir. This one hurts. I think we both know the answer to this.
I think Qimir probably beats him, doesn't he?
Yeah. Then again, the Beskar, has Qimir ever had to fight that? Because Din's busting up his cortosis. That means nothing in this fight.
It's true.
Chimir's really skilled against Jedi and other Force users.
And yeah, I know, but like,
actually, you know what?
Qimir will tank stuff though too, won't he?
But Din breaks his helmet. So now he's all he wears the helmet for a reason.
To hide himself from people.
But to focus.
It's true. But at the same time, wouldn't he be completely unleashed and couldn't he attack?
No, I think that they established that he's too much. He can't hone himself in.
So what about, is Din going to know to break the helmet though?
Maybe not right away.
Exactly. So before then, isn't Qimir just like scram? But isn't Qimir scrambling Din's brain before then?
Okay, that's true. That could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And then like, let's be real. Chimir's way faster than Din.
Oh, stop it, Zealot. Chimir's a cool character. He was the best part about that show. I hope we get more of him. Qimir would win. They both can fly too.
They float.
Yeah.
They float now.
I don't care what anybody says. That was rad.
Yeah. I mean, Dooku can float.
That's true.
Yeah.
Spear versus dual wielding flying ghoul. Decisions.
It's true though.
Qimir fought against multiple Jedi. Din struggles against the
Din did fight a Jedi. He fought Ahsoka.
Briefly.
Ahsoka Tano.
I think Chimir's got it.
I think he does too.
Yeah. I think the only way that Din wins is if he breaks the helmet, but I think you're right. I don't think he knows to do that.
No, he won't.
I think Qimir takes him out before that's even a problem.
It's true. And then also, didn't he keep fighting when his helmet got broken? How does his helmet get broken in the show?
Him and Jackie, they like punch it with the butts of their lightsabers.
Gotcha, but he kept fighting.
For a moment.
It wasn't like that he,
because he killed Jackie. Well, he was a Padawan.
Yeah. There you go. Well, that's what's gonna happen is Din's gonna think that he stopped him, and he's gonna.
Chimir's gonna kill Grogu with the 3 stabs. Din's gonna lose his mind.
Yeah.
Chimir's gonna take advantage of that.
Exactly.
Just Mace Windu's him right in the middle of the Geon Ocean arena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chimir's got it.
Yeah.
Chimir's got it.
So. Yeah.
There you go. Make it official. Rip Din.
If you can beat up the Squid Games, man, you can beat up anyone.
Din with his salvo and his grenades. Yeah, but I don't think he gets them off. And I think that the whistling birds, I think, are not as effective against Force users.
And then, too, the other thing is like, Chimir's like stupid fast. He was like getting all over that battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Qimir takes it.
Yeah.
We got some fun matchups for this final round. Okay, guys.
Yes. Qimir punching Grogu. Sounds hilarious.
Pinned comment, QR code. We still got some time for this final to unlock the final giveaway item. We're $140 away from our $900 goal. I know it says $250. That's because that was from the first one. Like I said, I didn't. You can't change it. So for this one, the goal was $250. Gets us up to $900.
You can do it.
We can do it.
You
for the
can do
Alzheimer's
it.
Association. What does that unlock? By the way, you unlock the final giveaway, and if you somehow get to $1,500, apparently I'm going to shave my beard. But let's be real, that's not happening. So I dare you. But yeah, that's the final giveaway item you can unlock by.
Starkiller's lightsaber.
And all you have to do to enter is hashtag BDTS giveaway. We still have the Cade Skywalker lightsaber that we'll be giving away here sometime soon, probably. So yeah, we're up onto the final round.
If you're just new, don't forget.
Hashtag BDTS giveaway. You have to be present for the
Yes,
for the
you
poll.
have to be present.
Yep. Our friend Zane, he got lost in the sauce, unfortunately.
He was lost to the forest.
Yeah.
That's what they say in the Ewok hunt.
Yeah.
Battlefront.
They got lost in the forest.
Lost to the forest or something like that. Yeah.
So there you go, guys. And don't forget, let's raise some money for the Alzheimer's Association. Up to $900. And
you can do it.
And hey, if you guys,
for a good cause.
I'll tell you what, you guys get up to that 900. Not only will we unlock that next giveaway, what's another tier list you guys want? That's what we unlocked last stream.
Yes.
So cat tax. I already did the cat tax. Come on, guys.
She's asleep.
Hey, you get up to 800. I'll bring, maybe I'll do the dog tax. That'd be crazy. This is good. That'd
Dude,
be
he's out of control. That don't ask for the dog. Like, no.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He's just a very large boy.
Yes, he doesn't know his size. He thinks he's a lap dog.
He is a lap dog, Seth.
No, he's
just 100-pound lap dog.
He's not. He's not a lap dog. Goodness. Anyway,
so if we get up to 900, not only will you unlock the final giveaway, but we'll do another tier list up your. Oh no, Zane's in the chat.
Zane, where'd you go?
Oh, sorry you missed it, buddy. We're
sorry, dude.
But I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, just let us know another tier list you guys want, and we'll do it if we unlock the 900 for the Alzheimer's Association. Joe Perseg, genuine question, because everyone instantly was talking about how they don't like the Acolyte. I have never watched it other than Qimir killing anyone. Is there any noteworthy about the show?
So here's the problem with the show. Oh, do you want?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so the show starts strong, but then they do it the third episode. It's a flashback episode, and it has nothing to do, and it derails all the momentum. Then 4 and 5, pretty awesome. But then 6, they do the exact same thing and derail all the momentum the show has.
And 7, the penultimate episode.
Sorry, my bad. That's
even worse.
It starts building again, and it's pretty good.
Yep.
But then right before the end, they do another flashback episode, and it derails all the momentum that they have. And then it just ends.
Personally, I think if you're interested, watch it. You may really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Us personally, not our cup of tea.
I was gonna say there's moments I like in it.
Yeah,
there's characters I like. I want to see. I wouldn't hate. Manny did a good job.
And Manny Jacinto did awesome.
Yes,
amazing.
I would like to see him return as Qimir. There are some interesting cameos in the last episode. I won't spoil anything. For fear that you might want to watch it. That which also make it seem like okay. Maybe this just set everything up to be something cool. Because, I mean, lots of shows have rough first seasons. Like, when I rewatch Parks and Rec, I don't watch the first season. When I rewatch Buffy, I don't watch the first season.
It just, at TLDR, it's not very well written, in my opinion. I don't think a lot of the performances are very strong. That could be the direction. It could be the writing. But the highlights, the choreography is amazing. Don't let anybody tell you different. It's so good. Kymir's a great character. I actually think Vernestra's a pretty good character.
She's interesting.
Soul is okay, but then he gets really derailed by the last couple episodes, in my opinion.
Yep.
So that's the TLDR on that. That's just our opinion. And what Thunder Khajiit said, I also have a major issue with that, which I won't get into. That's a whole other conversation. But there you go. Okay, I'm going to do one last plug. Dog Tax with the $25 donation for Alzheimer's. Hey, you know what? We hit the 900. I'll get him up here. I don't care what Seth says.
Guys.
I'll get him up here.
He's so big.
It's okay. I'll corral him. He'll be fine. So there you go. We got to hit the 900 for the last giveaway.
Seth's favorite character from Parks and Rec. Oh, man. You ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah, I love that show.
Gotcha. I mean, I'll be honest. I think that I'm a mix between Andy and Ben. I think I'm a mix somewhere in between them.
Okay.
But I love, if I grew up, even though I know I am grown up, I just don't accept that. When I grow up, if I'm like Ron Swanson, I think that's okay.
I say Ron's I'm the basic.
Yeah, I like Ron a lot. And then what I really like about Parks and Rec is that they all feel real. Like I feel like that I could meet those characters in real life. Like I'm not a big Office guy because I feel like some of those guys are just too larger than life. If that makes sense.
I'm not an Office fan either. Yeah, my wife, huge fan.
Yeah,
me not. Yeah, I could never get into it.
I gotcha. But yes.
Okay, let's keep going on the bracket. You guys are talking about the Acolyte. That's totally cool. Again, for Joe, watch it if you're interested. Seriously, just if you're interested, watch it. Yeah. You know, form your own opinion. Don't let people on the internet tell you what to think about it.
Hey, Leslie's a great character too. Anyway,
I do like Leslie.
Yes.
She's fun.
Yes,
I like her anyway. Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. Moving on. Again, don't forget about the giveaways. Don't forget about the donations for the Alzheimer's Association.
If you're new, don't forget to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lightsaber on the line.
Obi-Wan versus Mace Windu. I just realized I screwed up this final thing. It's okay. I'll fix it here in a second.
No, fix it. What's wrong?
I need to put these two against Ahsoka. Whoever wins that and whoever wins that. So I just need to move Ahsoka over. It's okay. I'll fix it in a second. Obi-Wan versus Mace. This is another tough one. I think
Obi-Wan gets him, doesn't he?
I think Obi-Wan is like jack of all trades Jedi. He is like the best Jedi.
And he's going to wait you out.
Exactly. I think he will wait you out.
And then if he needs to, he's going to... I mean, that's what he did with Anakin.
Yeah.
He waited until he saw an opening. That's what he did with Grievous.
He's excellent at defense. I think he tires Mace out.
Yeah.
And then gets the blow on him.
And Mace can't vape at him.
Yep. I agree. And a peak Obi-Wan's got to be Rot's Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be on this one too. Yeah.
I think so.
I thought that might have been a little more.
Yeah. Well, again, does Obi, since Obi's the master of defenses, does he really have any shatter points? Probably not.
Yeah.
So he can't do that.
Especially not Rot's Obi-Wan.
Yeah. So he probably can't do that. And then he can't use Vapad to its fullest extent because Obi-Wan doesn't have any darkness to be feeding off of.
Obi-Wan has also fought 2 Sith Lords at this point. Probably 3 if we're counting like mid-Rot's Obi-Wan. Well, 1 twice, I guess. But he and
what are
I
you
think
talking about? Who? Like Count Dooku?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's also fought Darth Maul.
But I'm saying that experience.
And he's also fought Savage Opress.
Mace, that's true. Mace doesn't have those experiences.
It's true.
I
Mace
think that's going to help.
He's up at his high tower doing his thing. Yeah.
Mace is very strong. I think he beats most people on this list, but I don't think he beats Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Excuse me?
What?
Ben Kenobi beats Mace, but Mace beats Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan. Interesting.
I don't know about that.
Interesting.
I think that Ben Kenobi is the stronger version in the Force because he's Qui-Gon at that point. That's why he beats Darth Maul, is because he's centered, but he knows the experience of fighting Darth Maul first time. Exactly.
Yeah.
Such a good fight, man. S tier fight.
Yeah.
All right. Obi-Wan for the win. Obi-Wan for the win. Where'd the marker go?
Maybe not. Oh, it's over here.
And here, real quick, I will fix this.
Yeah, fix the board.
I'll fix it. Oh, another one said dog tax with the $13.99. I love it. Hey, we got up to 800 though.
Woo!
So
$100 away.
100 bones away.
100 bones.
And guys, even if what you guys have raised so far is so good. So I know we're champion and we want to reach these goals, but
and then the other thing too is like
awesome.
We didn't build this up. We just were like, hey, let's do a hangout and let's if that makes sense. You know, we didn't. I think it's cool that you guys came out and you're showing up. Ahsoka. What's wrong? What have you done? What have I done? This is insane.
Dude, it's really complicated.
It is super complicated.
It's so hard.
It is super complicated because I don't get it. I don't know what you're doing. And then Ahsoka.
Oh, I need to put that in blue. But yes. Yep. You have it? Oh, it's right here. All right.
Did Mace Windu beat Sheev Palpatine? I guess we'll find out.
You guys might have to tune in for that one.
Yeah.
We argued about that on our last stream.
We did.
I need to do the same thing over there with the Vader one. Here, can you?
Here, we could switch spots.
No, I'll just do it real quick.
Okay.
While you hang out with the chat.
Gotcha.
Because everybody loves Seth time.
Everybody does love Seth time. What do you guys want here? What do you guys want to talk about?
You talk first? I talk first?
Yeah. Who talks first? You talk first? Do I talk first? I talk first. I always talk first. Now you've derailed this entire conversation. Have you? Sup, John?
Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Sorry, I know the bracket's a little confusing
It's
here
insane.
on the.
This is the craziest it's ever looked.
But again, a double elimination bracket is kind of hard to write. Matthew Green with the 10. Hey, we're getting close. We're getting close.
Very close.
Hey, you guys might do an upset here. This is great. I love
An
it.
upset.
I love it. Yeah, an upset. Because we're getting close to the end of the stream and we still got a lot of money to raise for our goal.
This is true.
So it might be an upset. We'll see.
Gotcha.
Moving on. Okay. Now we have Luke versus Kylo. I mean, this isn't a question. This isn't a question.
You're probably right.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker's got it.
It probably.
Yeah.
Luke, look at that comment.
What? Which one?
By Joe.
You don't know how much you just made Seth's day.
Oh my god!
Right there, Joe. Here, I'll even pull it up. Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look what he said. That anybody on the VOD now you can watch. Look at that. Look at that. Are we talking about the holiday Jack Black? Right. That's where we're at.
Every day of my life, dude. Someone brings it up. Complete strangers will just tell me that. It's like, hey, has anybody ever told you look like Jack Black? And I'm like, I've never heard that before. Thank you.
To this day, my favorite comment, I know you've heard this before, but my favorite comment we've ever gotten was on a random reel that popped off a little bit. It said, wow, I didn't realize Jack Black and Jacksepticeye were that into Star Wars. Which I don't think I look a lot like him, but it just made
You look enough like him, like at first glance.
It cracked me up so much.
Yeah, because I didn't know who that was. And then and I was like, my goodness, you do look kind of like that guy.
That made me laugh so much.
Yeah.
So funny.
Not like Jack Black, like jacked Jack Black. Thank you. It's very kind.
Okay. Coming up next one. We've got Maul versus Asajj.
Maul.
So we were talking about this a little bit earlier.
I think Maul. I think Maul's
too.
probably got it.
Yeah, especially Prime Maul.
He's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is I think that she's chilled out more and is more like a Jedi interactual Prime. And
Yeah.
I think Maul's going to exploit that.
I think Maul is the most like savage dark sider other than Palpatine, probably. Like he just really hones in the dark side.
Vader?
Yeah. Well, okay. Other than Vader. Well,
Come on, man.
Conflict too. Vader's Vader. I mean, he's in like a class of his own, you know.
He is. League of his own.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
but even Maul, like in Dooku, I think has strengths in other places, but just as like a raw dark side weapon, he's the better this. Like
Yeah.
just in terms of concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Asajj takes it. Or Maul takes it.
Yeah,
sorry.
I think Maul probably beats her.
Yep. All right.
What's the chat saying? Mid difficulty. Holiday Jack Black. Maul is canon Starkiller. Shallow Hal Seth. Thanks, man.
Maul takes it. And again, I apologize that the back half of this thing is so confusing.
I gotcha. Hold on a second. I gotta answer this question. Seth, how do you about John Cena's doing with his heel turn? I think it's good. I am really curious to see how he I like the idea of him retiring with the belt. Actually, I know that sounds crazy, but it would be interesting if he reset the canon of everything and then WWE can just do whatever it wants moving forward. The only thing that I think is weird is like, why did we do all that time with Roman Reigns if he was going to just do that? But yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Don't forget to do that hashtag. Sorry,
Maul
guys.
eats Asajj for breakfast. Yep, I agree. Okay, next one up: Dooku versus Qimir. Another super interesting one. But Dooku's got it.
It's not even close.
Dooku's got it.
It's not even close.
I think it'd be a fun fight to watch, though.
Because here's the thing, though. Like, Kymir's going to try his tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Dooku's on another level.
Yeah,
and then the other thing, Kymir's going to try doing his sword play. Dooku's on such another level.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the best swordsman maybe on this list. Would you say?
I would think, yes. I think easily I think that he's not the strongest force user on the list.
No, but he at least matches Qimir. At least.
Oh, in fighting?
No, in force power.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We didn't even see Qimir use lightning.
Yeah.
So
Dooku's definitely the more powerful
just like
force
throw
user,
that out there.
and he's definitely the best swordsman.
Yes, and we're doing Prime Dooku, so I would say somewhere mid Clone Wars.
Yeah.
We're not doing Rot's Dooku, who tired out from Anakin.
Yeah. Dooku takes it. Yes. Dooku takes it.
Yeah. BC, we are arguing. We argue about who the
who peak Maul is.
Yeah, because I say it's Phantom Menace Maul because he's got all of his body, and you say it's more like him being like Crimson Dawn Maul. Or no, not Crimson.
Clone Wars Maul. I think Clone Wars Maul is peak Maul.
Well, okay, so sorry, my bad. Mandalore Maul, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mandalore Maul.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's true at a certain point in the timeline, but we're pulling them out. It's like we're pulling them out. We got the world between worlds. We're plucking them out at their prime period.
Yeah,
that's kind of how we're playing this.
Yeah.
So okay, let's do that. Let's do that second giveaway. We're on the finals.
We're doing it.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Hey, if you haven't, this is it. Do this.
Hand me Cade's. This is what we're up to win. The Cade Skywalker
if you haven't
lightsaber.
done it, and you got to be here for this, you got to do it.
I'll give you 1 minute to go ahead and we'll lock it in just in case if you haven't seen it. Hashtag BDTS giveaway. I see a lot of you have entered, so
do it. I lost it. There we go. There we go.
Boom, 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 boom. Got the D ring and everything. This thing's so fun.
It is cool.
From WULFGAR Props.
Yes.
Again, these are props. They're just they're kind of they're belt hangers. They're a lot of fun.
They look cool.
Good wall hangers too. All right. Okay. So you guys have locked in.
Yep. This is it. We're shutting her off.
Picking winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
3, 2. John Haig. Hey,
John, you in there, John?
I just saw a chat from John, so John's got to be in here.
You still there, John?
All right, John, what you got to do? First off, sound out off in the chat. There you go. I just did it.
All right.
Send me a message on Instagram at Beyond the Dunes Sea, or send me an email beyondthedunesea@gmail.com. One of the two. I don't care. Let me know when you do it in the chat. I have to see that message before we lock you in.
Yes.
Because I have to have a way to contact you.
Yes.
And let me know also which one you do, if you do email or if you do Instagram. So
you want this,
and
don't you?
While we're waiting on John, guys, here's the last giveaway. It's not unlocked yet. We still have
like $90 or something like that.
We still have a little ways to go. You guys can unlock it.
You can do it. I know you guys can. We're
$90 away from our big goal of $900. We've got the Star Killer lightsaber prop. This thing's heavy, by the way. A new unbox Mandalorian Death Watch Black Series, and this really sick Star Wars Insider.
It's all about C-3PO.
Yeah, with the interview with Anthony Daniels. These are so much fun, by the way. These are just a couple extras to throw in there.
Yes.
But there you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, I just saw your message on Instagram. You are locked in.
There we go.
You're locked in.
Come on, guys. $90. Let's do this.
So you guys can win that. And what was the other things we said? We got the dog tax.
We got the dog tax.
So if we hit 900, you guys unlock this giveaway.
Yeah. And then I saw
Indy's coming up.
I saw creatures tier list.
I saw planets.
So,
yeah, I saw that one first.
Gotcha. Okay.
So and you guys unlock planet tier list.
Planet tier
list. So there you go. We've already filmed Starships from the last one, so we do make good on these promises.
All Konnor has to do is just finish it.
Yeah.
I've done my part.
Yep. It's close. Close. So we already filmed Starships.
You can't rush perfection.
We're working on ground assault vehicles. That was the last incentive from the last stream.
Yes.
So planets, that's what you guys are unlocking. You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it. Of course you can.
You have to the rest of this this stream to unlock the final giveaway and to unlock those incentives. You
can
guys,
do it.
You guys want to see the dog? I know you guys want to see the dog. He's great. He's great.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Next one up. Here, before we do that, actually, I'm gonna let Stella out. I could tell she's like, please let me out.
Yes. I feel like you need to keep the door open or something too. It's hot in here. Is it the lights? Can't tell. That's why I took my jacket off.
Did you?
Yes. It's so hot.
It was your idea to wear the jacket.
I know it was my idea, but I don't know. It's hot here. It's the pressure.
It's the pressure of the list.
What is peak Dooku? Is it more Jedi-ish or Sith-ish?
Sith-ish for sure.
I think so. It's probably. I think that's really truly him and his. Because, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's also. I think where you're right, like Clone Wars era Dooku, where he's really, perfected it.
Yeah. Pajama robe. Yeah, maybe.
Wait just a second. We have an incoming from John. Uh-oh. Let me look at this. John, let me reply to your message, and then we'll move on.
We can talk. Did you guys collect Star Wars Transformers? I used to have the Gen Grievous wheel bike one. I never really had the Star Wars Transformers. I have a Optimus Prime from the 20th anniversary of the movie. So that's kind of cool. I feel like that's the one Transformer that I do have. Because Optimus Prime is my guy. Just bought the Mandalorian Transformer. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, really? The Pirates of the Caribbean villainous. Who are all the Davy Jones, Barbossa, then what? Blackbeard and then Captain Salazar. Are those the 4 characters?
In case we hit that goal, I'm opening up giveaways again, just so you can keep everybody in there. So I'll wait on John's message.
Gotcha. Well, Albo, that's where it's
a great question.
I was gonna say, where do you think the Beyond comes from?
That is the Beyond the Dune Sea.
Yeah, so we can talk about other franchises.
We've done Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
We've done Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
We would like to do Indiana Jones at some point.
Yes. There's been talk of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know what? Just for fun, while we got the homies in the chat.
Yeah.
Would you guys be into like a full? Because that's a commitment.
It's
Harry
true.
Potter movies
would
are
you
a lot.
want like 8 weeks of Harry Potter, or would you want like 4 weeks of Harry Potter?
Because we've debated doing that for Halloween.
Yeah.
So,
is that something that you guys would be into or not into? Like what? Yes.
Because that's we both really like those movies.
Yeah,
we could have a lot of fun. With,
yeah, because I was gonna say
you
the
guys
skits.
know. You guys know how we go.
The Harry Potter would be awesome, but no, 10 weeks. They said like no, but would you want it all at once, or would you want it like broken up over time?
Because that's the thing where it's like, man, I don't. We'd have to do an episode of movie.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're talking movies.
We're gonna do movies, which
yeah.
like we would bring up stuff from the books. I'm sure when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
So the more the merrier, all at once. That's so much, guys. It's a lot of Harry Potter. You want?
I mean, I'd be down. I don't know if you guys would be down.
If you were gonna dress up like anybody, who would you dress up as? I think I'd be Dobby's sock.
What? Let's move on. We got one last round. Hey, Zealot with the 25 getting us even closer to that goal. We're even closer. We are $65 off from our goal, guys. You're this close to unlocking the Star Killer lightsaber giveaway, the dog tax, and the planet tier list. You're so close. You're so close.
It's insane. We'll get the dog up here.
We got that dog.
We got that dog.
Okay. Who we have in the final round here? We're now at Obi versus Luke. That's next. This is tough, dude. This is tough. This is one of the hardest things on this list. I think Prime Luke is probably...
He inches it out, like barely.
Like before Kylo burns. I mean, TLJ Luke is probably Prime Luke.
No, it's not.
Maybe.
No. I think Prime... So? Well, I'm reading Shadow of the Sith.
He's been studying the blade.
I've been reading Shadow of the Sith. That's Prime Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So around that period. Then.
Yeah.
So like before the burning of the Jedi Temple.
Yeah. So like 10 years before that burning of the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Why? So do you think Obi has a chance?
No.
You don't think he has any chance?
Well, I think it's a good fight, but I think
it's
Luke
an insane fight.
I agree. It's crazy.
I think Obi probably has better saber skills.
Yeah.
But I think Luke probably has more raw force potential. But so did Anakin.
I don't think Obi-Wan wears Luke down like he does Anakin. I don't think that happens. And then he's also not going to have that problem of Luke getting arrogant.
It's true.
Luke has just as much, if not more, resolve than Obi-Wan. I think Luke has more force potential, probably just more strength in the force in general, not just potential, but actual strength in the force.
Because it's crazy that like Legends Luke like new shatter points and new Vapad and weird stuff.
I know. Legends Luke is insane.
It is insane where it's like, because like Kylo or Jason Solo like spends books like figuring out all this crazy stuff. And then Luke just shows up as like, hey, I know all that already. Yeah. Yeah. It's frustrating. They're like
Canon Luke.
We don't even know what all Canon Luke can do. That's what's crazy.
I think just the fact that we know he does the force projection in TLJ, that's insane.
It is insane.
So we know he's in the Rise of Kylo Ren comic books too.
What, that he could fight all of them by himself?
And just effortlessly.
Yes,
you know,
true.
And he's just so like one with the force.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He beats all those Dark Troopers like hot knife through butter too.
Yeah, like nothing.
Exactly.
And I don't think Luke is afraid to get a little dirty when he needs to. I don't think Prime Luke taps into the dark side.
Obi's not afraid to get dirty.
Yeah, but I think Obi-Wan's a little too rigid. I think he's a little too rigid with the Jedi way. I don't think he breaks off of that too often.
Okay.
You don't think so? You think so?
You haven't finished that book yet. There's some differences in that Anakin fight.
That's not canon though.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. So was a lot of things.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan beats Rot's Anakin, which is okay, but Obi-Wan beating Rot's Anakin, like there's some caveats to that.
It is true, because if you just put them in an arena, and let them
clears.
fight. Anakin probably could beat him.
Clears.
It's
yeah.
just that, you know, Obi in the situation was able to, you know, take advantage of the situation.
Yeah. Anakin is high on the dark side. That's how it's literally described by the force or the fight choreographer.
Yeah.
So in any other scenario, you know, that's the only reason Darth Vader Darth Vader technically both times. That's why he loses to Obi-Wan both times. It's just because it's Obi-Wan. It's it.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan wins by being Obi-Wan. That's the only reason he wins.
Yeah.
He wins the fights.
So Luke, I guess.
Luke, you guess?
I guess.
I think it's a tough fight, and I think it's a very fun fight to watch.
Yeah.
I think ultimately Luke edges out Obi-Wan just barely. Just barely. All right, Luke. Next up, Maul versus Dooku. This one's not even a question.
Maul doesn't have a chance.
No, not at all. Not even a shot.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, that one's easy.
Yeah.
That one's easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Locking that one in.
Yeah.
Guys, we're getting close to the finals here.
This is it.
That's it. So if you guys want to unlock those final tiers, I know we keep pushing it. Pinned link or the QR code. All right. Now we're back over here.
Yeah.
Luke versus Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka is this is Prime Ahsoka, so this is probably that's tough where you put Prime Ahsoka. Probably Ahsoka the White.
Yeah.
That's Prime Ahsoka.
But here's the thing. Ahsoka could get even more powerful.
That's true. We don't know what's
Stupid. I think Luke probably beats her though.
Luke has to clear. Has to.
I think he does, because what's the point if he can't do it?
I think obviously Ahsoka is way stronger with Saber Dueler than Luke
Probably.
by a mile.
Yeah.
But I think Luke, if he plays defense, he really can. He can get the edge on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, people. Dog tags it. A lot of people saying Luke. Yeah. I think it's another tough fight, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Luke beats her handily.
No. Because she'd fight dirty.
Yeah.
She's not afraid of that.
She would.
Yeah.
I say Luke has he has the best qualities of like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. It's like if these two mixed, that's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Ahsoka has both the strengths and flaws of Anakin.
Yeah.
But she's not as powerful as Anakin, obviously. So Luke has to clear.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
This is getting weird with how this has to work, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm doing it this way. Sorry. I know this is terrible. How this looks. There you go.
I understand it.
Luke takes it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Plagueis destroys them all. That'd be an interesting.
I don't know, man. Plagueis really relied on his knowledge of the Force.
Yeah.
And
these final fights are really coming on to not only your knowledge of the Force,
it's the lightsaber.
but your skills with a lightsaber.
Exactly, because I was going to say that Plagueis was not known for his saber skills.
Yeah.
That is for sure. And also, as we saw too in the book, Plagueis was really reliant on his ability to manipulate metachlorians.
Yeah.
But what if someone really, really focused on making sure you couldn't regenerate your metachlorians?
That'd be interesting. It's a fun fight.
Yes.
It's a fun fight.
Yeah.
Canon Plagueis would go hide in a cave.
Yeah, I mean, he probably would. Hey, guys, what are you doing over there?
Vader v. Dooku.
Can we get a little Plagueis?
No.
Why?
Because I don't remember how to do it.
You don't
and
remember
nobody knows. Nobody watched that video.
Guys, go back and watch it.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Go back and watch Tales of the Archive, our Plagueis coverage, episode 2. You can see Konnor dressed as Darth Plagueis.
It's great. That's canon Plagueis to me.
To me, that is canon Plagueis.
Legends character tier list.
Oh
Hey,
my gosh. Like,
be
Luke,
interesting.
right? Luke just clears everybody, right?
Tier list, not a bracket.
Oh, just tier list.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I like Darth Bane.
Yep.
Anyway, he doesn't get enough love.
Vader v. Dooku. I know this one's easy because it happens, right?
This is so tough, though. No, Anakin beats Dooku. They're separate people.
Here we go again.
But guess what?
Here
when you
we
start
go.
falling to the dark side, you lose some of your tricks. You start getting arrogant. You start fighting differently.
Here
I
we go
sense
again.
much fear in you, young Skywalker.
Here
you
we
have
go
hatred, but you don't use it. he didn't use it.
Then what's Prime Vader? We argued about this last time.
Exactly. What is Prime Vader? I guess, what is Prime Vader to you? And Prime Vader to me would be like him on Mustafar fighting Obi-Wan.
I still think Prime Vader
Is what? Rogue One?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's at the peak of his strength at that point.
All right, really? Is he at the peak of his strength? Because, like, George even said himself that
Anakin would have become way more powerful.
but he also says that in suit, Vader could only at maximum get to 80% of what the Emperor was at.
Yeah.
At maximum.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about peak.
Here's what I'm saying. Like, pre-suit Darth Vader only gets to, let's say, 50%.
50% of what?
Of his maximum potential. Okay.
A baby.
100% of that, he clears everybody on the list. Everybody. Nobody, even Palpatine.
Yeah.
Nobody else matches that version.
Yeah, you're right.
In suit Anakin, let's go to that. It's 80%.
80% of the Emperor.
80% of the Emperor. I still think that, though, is more than the 50% that he was at pre-suit Vader.
You think that he's even more powerful than that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
He can't move, bro.
He learns how to. Yes.
Who's he even fighting?
Huh?
He's fighting scrubs. He's not really like, he fought Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some rocks thrown at him.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
And he only loses that fight again because of it's Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That's it. Not because of the fight.
Yeah.
It's because he lets himself get distracted.
Yeah.
Nightfall Vader, continuing on that path and doesn't get in the suit. Yeah. He becomes way more powerful than suit Vader.
Yeah.
But suit Vader is there for another 20 years.
Yeah.
I think he becomes more powerful than where he was
He's also
at.
got a lot of stuff holding him back.
He does, but he's that powerful that he still gets above what just Mustafar Darth Vader was. That's all I'm saying. Either way, they both clear Dooku. Mustafar Anakin easily clears Dooku. Because once Anakin taps in a little bit, he does beat Dooku. Are you really going to sit here to argue with me?
Well, I'm thinking too is like this is younger Dooku. He beats older Dooku.
That's what I'm saying, John. Suit Vader stronger in the Force. Yes, that doesn't mean that like give pre-suit Vader 20 more years. Oh yeah, he's way stronger.
But I mean, dude, what if like Dooku electrocuted suit Vader?
I think he could block it with a saber. A lot of people do that. Why can't Vader?
I mean, but yeah, like
also,
you're also fighting arguably the best swordsman on this list.
That's true.
So someone coming in, doing your thing.
Okay, fine. Hold on. Mustafar Vader.
Okay.
Does he clear Dooku? He does at the beginning of that movie, Seth. This is crazy.
They're different though.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are, Connor. Oh my gosh. No, George Lucas even says that because once you start falling to the dark side, you can't tap into into the power differently.
Yes.
You tap into it differently.
He is way stronger in the Force than Dooku on Mustafar. Way stronger. And he's a way better duelist than Dooku at that point.
On Mustafar?
Yes.
And also, too, again, this isn't Dooku at the end of Revenge of the Sith. This is Prime Dooku. He's not an old man.
I still agree. I still think he takes him. Prime Anakin. Okay, let's put Suit Vader out of the question for a second.
Okay.
That Vader right there. He's not fighting a conflict. He's not conflicted because he's not fighting Obi-Wan. He's fighting Count Dooku, the person he hates a lot.
And guess what? Count Dooku hates Anakin Skywalker a lot.
But Dooku never gets that, like... Dooku, I don't think, taps into the dark side quite as hard as Anakin does.
You're right. The Count is regal.
Yeah.
He will not let himself.
And Anakin is a better swordsman than Dooku. He is.
You think so? I think Anakin just beats an old man down.
Okay,
I think Dooku's like actual better swordsman.
Fine. He's like 90% the duelist that Dooku is, but he has every other stat that clears Dooku.
What's the chat saying?
Dooku's lightning was weaker than Palpatine. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to say. If we kept more on that.
Oh my gosh, dude! Though it's circuitry. It's circuitry.
Why can't Vader just palm it like Yoda does?
Do you think he could do that?
Why not? Yeah,
I mean, because Yoda's the only one we see ever do that.
So why can't Vader do it? Especially with Dooku, who's not as powerful. And also,
like, don't you think that's probably a light side ability?
I don't see why Darksiders can't use light side abilities. It seems like that's more the other way around, that Lightsiders can't use Darksider abilities.
I was going to say that.
What does Palpatine say? We must look at the larger view of the Force.
Oh my gosh, he's just trying to get him to get in the van at that point.
But he's right, though. I don't think I think Palpatine is like, I think he believes what he's saying in that moment, where it's like, He's like, I don't just use I mean, I use it all. Like, it's not, I don't just wall off a section of the Force. I think that Darksiders absolutely use light side abilities. And we talked about this when we did our watch party. Palpatine probably uses a little light side ability on Anakin when he's on Mustafar.
Maybe.
To keep him alive a little bit.
Maybe.
A lot of people say that Vader could block Dooku's lightning. I think so. I think that the Emperor is just so strong, though. He blows past.
Got a good point at that, too.
Fun fact, Dooku wasn't trying to kill Anakin, apparently.
That's true.
That's sort of true, but then Palpatine is like, you can kill him if you want.
Yeah. Well, at that point, Dooku didn't have hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but I mean, in that, even in the novelization, Palpatine's like, you can try.
Yeah. But he knows.
Yeah. But Dooku can't. He can't.
I was going to say that the Clone Wars raised Anakin, essentially.
So what let me get down to brass tacks here. Your argument is that when he becomes Vader, he loses the strength that he was able to tap into to beat Dooku in the beginning of the movie.
I think that there is something to the warrior at the beginning of the movie. And again, you're saying, okay, so what is Prime Vader? That's what we need to back that up. Is he in the suit or is he not in the suit? I'm
just trying to get this one out of the way first. We could argue both in a moment. Because in my opinion, both do it, so it doesn't matter.
I think he's actually stronger at the beginning on the invisible hand.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I think that when he taps it, he unlocks his full potential. Now,
we don't see it.
I'm just fully saying. Potential light side Anakin would definitely clear, but that's not full potential light side Anakin.
Yeah.
I think he holds back a lot.
Yeah. He won a war.
Also, what's that?
I said he won the war.
Well, okay, but then by that argument, then there's no question. If that's him at his most powerful, then he beat Dooku at that moment. So it doesn't matter.
But it's not Darth Vader.
Oh my gosh. Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader. They're the same person.
Yeah, but
he changed his name.
No, gosh darn it, man.
He got a new birth certificate.
George even says that, like, once you fall to the dark side, you can no longer grab. You don't see the Force as you just said.
That's fine, but they're the same person.
They are.
We're talking about Prime.
Yeah. Again, so what is Prime? You're the one who keeps even saying, too, that he's in the suit.
Because my point is that both will beat him. So if I need to just argue what you think is Prime Vader, then that's fine. We can just argue that. If you think Prime Vader is Nightfall Anakin, that's fine. I think he clears Dooku easily. Okay, let's lay the scenario out too.
My whole thing,
Nightfall Vader is on his crusade at that point.
Yeah, okay.
He has all the strength of he still thinks he's fighting the Clone Wars. He still thinks he's ending the Clone Wars.
Okay.
His last hurdle now is Count Dooku.
Gotcha. Prime Count Dooku.
And he doesn't have the conflict against that he does with Obi-Wan. He destroys Dooku. I don't even think it's a long fight. I think it's a long fight at the beginning with the invisible hand because he's conflicted. Dooku says as much. He's like, I sense much fear in you, Skywalker. Yeah, at the end, there's none of that anymore. He's unchained. Clears Dooku.
I just feel like you're really downplaying Dooku's capabilities.
I'm not. And that's the thing.
You've hardly even said anything. You're just like, he clears.
Because that's how strong Anakin is at that moment. If Anakin can beat him in the beginning on the invisible hand, then he has to beat him at the end.
But it's not him on the invisible hand that's fighting. It's a stronger Count Dooku.
I know.
It's not an old man that's getting beat down. That's what I'm saying is you keep saying that.
Okay. Fine. Even still.
We got something.
It clears. Piatti says, Anakin beat Dooku by tapping into the dark side. Yeah, and so by being fully immersed in the dark side, I think he clears Dooku.
Fine. I'll give you Dooku.
But I'll give you Vader. Do you think Dooku beats him, though?
I just feel like that you really, you're downplaying the sword play and the fact that he has lightning and the fact that, I just think that Dooku's, especially in his prime, is not.
He's not a pushover. That's the reason he's in the finals.
You're making it just seem like he's the pushover.
Brother, he's in the finals.
Yeah, but you're making it seem like this is just it's whatever. He'll just get mowed over. That's it.
I don't think he gets mowed over.
He just knocks the cane out from under him, and that's it. Dude just kicks him while he's down. And I'm like, I think Dooku's got a little bit more.
He holds his own for a little while.
I think he holds his own for a lot. I think he could probably injure Anakin.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going in trying to kill each other.
Wins? Do you think Dooku wins, though?
I think overall, Vader would probably overwhelm him.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that you're probably right. But I think, too, that, this is a tough fight. Because I think that, this is the scenario that Dooku has an advantage in, is just dumping them in a situation to say fight.
I think that gives the edge to Vader. personally.
Well, what's he gonna do that's sneaky?
Who?
Dooku. Like, how's that not make him?
He's not sneaky. They both are very head-on fighters.
Exactly.
So it makes it interesting.
But like, Dooku, like, he mastered the blade.
I just don't think Dooku has any ability that Vader cannot match. I think you're right. Taking into account Prime Dooku, I'll admit I didn't put that into account. But even still, I think it's a long fight. I think
Vader still comes out top. People just like downplay the count. That's all I'm saying. We're just like, no, he just got beaten in submission. I'm like, yeah, because he's old and he'd been fighting the Clone Wars for 3 years. The other problem is Anakin had been getting sharpened by the Clone Wars for 3 years. Like they both had an opposite effect.
Yeah,
is that it made them do that. Sure. And Dooku also didn't have any idea.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, because unfortunately, with 2008 Clone Wars, they fought each other a bunch of times during it. But
sure. I mean, I don't disagree. I'm just saying, I think that ultimately, it sounds like you're with me. Vader
I'll give it to
win.
Vader.
Now, just for fun, after I read this $1.99 super chat from Thunder Khajiit, that's such a fun name, by the way. Rogue Vader had nothing to lose, pure hate and misery. I do just for fun. Rogue One Vader versus Dooku. Where are you at?
I think Vader's got a bit more. I think Dooku has more of a chance when he's in that suit. I really do. He's slower. He's susceptible to lightning.
Here you go, Skyly. So we are, I know, it got a little confusing here. If you follow it, Luke is on the finals on this side. We're arguing this, but Vader has won. So we're about to do Luke v. Vader, which we know the outcome of that. And then that will face Yoda in the final round. So we will get to that in just a moment. We're arguing right now, Rogue One Vader versus Count Dooku.
I think that's even closer than Nightfall Vader. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Because I think that he's slower. I think that I think he has the robotics that Dooku can exploit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's even closer.
My counter is that I think that at that point, Vader has fully learned how to take advantage of his situation, if you will, and take it. And so I think that he's not the fast-paced duelist that he used to be, but he's a tank. Yeah. And he can tank hits, but he's also fast. He is fast. Not as fast as he used to be. Yeah. But he's still fast. I think he's still an excellent swordsman.
Yeah. He ain't the Count, though. That's the whole thing.
He's not. I mean,
the Count is literally like the best sword-to-sword fighter, besides maybe like Syndrog or maybe Mace Windu.
No, I agree. I agree. But I still think he blocks Dooku's lightning. I don't think Dooku's lightning plays into account with his electronics. And if it does, I think that might even give Vader a little bit of an edge for a moment. He gets like a burst of like sort of dark side energy there.
It's not going to power him up.
It does in the comics a little bit.
It's going to hurt him.
Which in turn, I think will boost him for a bit. I don't think he can maintain it, but enough. I think he can maintain it enough. Maybe. And that's if Dooku's lightning can surpass like Vader's blade. And I think Vader could palm it, though. I don't think Vader could palm Palpatine's lightning. I think he could Dooku's.
I'll give you that maybe Vader could do that thing that Dooku does where he blocks Yoda sending the lightning back at him.
Like deflect it?
He could ricochet it.
Yeah, refract it. Sure. He wouldn't absorb it. Fine.
No.
Fine. Yeah. I think he blocks it, though, 100%.
Yeah.
So I still think Vader Rogue One wins Dooku as well. A little bit of a tougher fight, maybe, but...
That's interesting. Zealot.
Palpatine made Vader susceptible to lightning. Dooku's signature move. Dooku clears Vader. Again, he makes him susceptible to Palpatine's lightning. I think that's different.
And then also, Dooku does have yellow eyes in the Clone Wars.
He does.
A couple different times.
He does. And I think that a fight with Vader would push Dooku to fully immerse in the dark side. Nate's saying that's the point. The whole suit is so outdated and uncomfortable and heavy. He has so much anger to use. Palpatine made the suit to slow Vader, Palpatine made the suit to slow Vader and make him more powerful. I agree. And yeah, I agree with Bill. Like, don't discount Vader's force choking abilities either.
You don't think that Dooku has like some crazy force wall around him to make sure that he's not going to get choked?
He chokes Palpatine in that moment after he becomes Vader.
He pushes him. He doesn't choke him.
He does for a second.
He like throws him against the wall.
Didn't he choke him as well?
No, because he just says, "If you ever put your hands on me again, I'll kill you." Basically.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like a push.
I could have swore he choked. Okay, maybe I'm misremembering, but I could have swore he choked him.
I don't think so.
I think Vader could definitely push past Dooku and choke him. Just that raw strength and the force. I think so.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe he could block it just like Vader could block the lightning.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Mm-hmm. I just think that the Count is much tougher than people like to, because I mean, I feel like that he's so mustache twirly in the Clone Wars.
No, he's great. He's absolutely great. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're writing that one down, making it official. Here you go. I know this thing has gotten so confusing. All right, guys, one final push. It looks like we got from MacMan another 25. We're up to 860. We're only, hey, guys.
Well, hold on.
What?
Has the Dune Sea donated?
Oh, shoot. Good call.
I think the Dune Sea has to give.
That's true. I
think we have to give a little bit of a push.
I promised last time that we would donate, and we forgot. That's true.
So I think that the Dune Sea has to help a little bit.
I'm glad you reminded me. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Give me just a second. I'm actually really glad you reminded me because I completely forgot. I was going to do that at the beginning of the stream. Right. And this is what we promised to donate last time, I believe. Sorry, give me a second.
I love a good plot twist. Okay, fine. Me time. What's up, guys? What do you want to talk about?
Although, if you guys want to hit the 1500 and make me shave my beard,
feel free. Feel free.
The suspense is killing me. Who won? We still have one round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Vader won. Here, I'll put it up here.
Yeah.
Vader won that round.
Yeah,
so now we got Vader v. Luke, and that's who's going to win that fight. He's going to fight Yoda.
Yeah.
Which, again, we know the victor of that fight. Okay, is it on there? BDTS. We said we donated last stream. That does push us over to the 910. How about that? And also, real quick, our friend John, who won the last giveaway, he said he's currently living overseas and he wants to pass on to another participant here in the chat. Wow. Big thanks to John. Say big thanks to John, everybody in the chat.
Big thanks. Big thanks.
And we're gonna pick another winner for the Cade Skywalker, but that did just push us over, and that means that we have unlocked the planet tier list. We have unlocked, we have unlocked the Starkiller lightsaber and the rest of the goodies there, and the dog tax, of course. We'll do that at the end of the stream. So I'm picking the winner for the Cade Skywalker.
Hold on, wait. Let's do this.
I already clicked it.
Okay.
We got one more. It's okay. Grape Lords. How about that? What a name. Sound off in the chat. Mr. Grape. And here I'm reopening it for that final giveaway that we'll do after we finish off the finals here. Hey, there's Grape Lords. Okay.
Hey,
message us on either Instagram at Beyond the Dune Sea or send us an email beyondthedunesea@gmail.com and let us know which one you do. What would be the probably just vibes?
I was about to say if we want to live there.
Okay, let us know, Grape. Let us know which one you message us on.
Yep.
Because I got to see that. I got to see that message before we lock you in.
Yes.
Not as clumsy or as random as a blaster.
No, these are from a prop company.
WULFGAR Props.
WULFGAR Props that wanted us to give these away.
So check them out in the description. Really cool. Those guys, they're great.
Do we ship to Germany? Yeah, we could ship to Germany. Yeah.
International?
We shipped to Ireland last time and
Canada, I think.
In Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
In Spain one time as well.
Spain?
Yep. Spain. Yeah.
Spain, yeah. Yes.
So there you go. Very dope.
Yes.
Well, keep waiting for that message.
Yep. Because we know you're out there.
All right, Grape. Still waiting on it. I'm not seeing it yet.
Yeah. Yes. Albo, did you get it?
Adam, it does.
Does the prop company do blasters?
Yes.
Of course they do.
They do
have all
helmets.
kinds of stuff.
Dude, their helmets are sick.
They are. They do all kinds of stuff.
We gave away a DL44 in our first stream, I believe. Yeah. Still waiting on you, Grape. Still waiting.
Come on, man. Come on, mine.
I'll give you a few. We got another giveaway to do by the end, so
we know you're there.
So I'll give you a few for the Cade Skywalker, and then, like I said, at the end, since we unlocked
he's working on it. He's giving us an update. He's working on it.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Yes. We'll wait.
Yep.
Hey,
since we know you're there, we'll wait.
I'd love to clear 1,000 for the Alzheimer's. We are still here for the good cause. So
We are. This is true.
Maybe we could also do the creatures tier list. That'd be fun. You're really stacking up videos for us to do.
Yes, this is true.
Give him time. He deserves it. Yeah, we're giving him time. Just wanting to remind. That's all. All right. So we'll have the last giveaway here after the finals.
Did you ever get into Animorphs, Connor? Do you know what an Animorph is?
Yes, I know Animorphs.
Okay. All right.
I didn't.
Nah, it's not my thing
It's
either.
not my thing either. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the finals. Luke v. Vader. We know the answer to this.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, you want to fight this one out? Okay.
Luke versus Nightfall Vader?
Oh, shoot, that's right. We're doing this.
Oh, no.
It's still Prime, though. Prime v. Prime.
I was going to say, I think Prime Luke probably beats Prime.
Because Vader never reaches it again. So, if Vader reaches his full potential,
my whole thing is like, if it's... I mean, Vader's going to out-swordsman him.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But this is Prime Luke. This isn't RTJ Luke. You got to remember that.
Oh, I know. But still, I think that one was shaped by the Clone Wars. The other was reading a bunch of books.
I think it's a very similar fight to Vader v. Obi-Wan on Mustafar.
Do you think he just is going to wait him out?
Yeah. I think he tires him out. Because do we put the conflict angle in there too? Like, I don't know. Like, because then Vader definitely has no chance.
He's not going to fight his kid. Yeah.
But if you take out the conflict though,
yeah, if
and
he
just
doesn't
drop
care.
him in a Coliseum,
Yeah, if he doesn't care.
and you're saying Nightfall, we'll just go with that just for simplicity. Nightfall Vader is Prime Vader.
Yeah,
That's tough.
it is.
That's tough.
I almost say that he clears him. I think that he could.
Prime Luke.
I think he could. No, I think that Vader could get him. Like if they fought, like he could get.
Luke proves he's definitely got he's got some swordsman skills though.
He does. I'm not taking that away from him.
It's really hard.
We're saying that they don't know they were related.
Dang it. Maybe Vader does clear. If we're doing the angle like we've done for everybody else, that you're just dropping them into a Coliseum. What would I miss?
Nothing. Just listening to you. What happened last time? Vader beat him, didn't he?
Who?
On the original tier list? How far did Luke get?
Here, I'll pull
On
it
the
up.
original one.
Let me pull it up. I think we had to, they never fought.
Oh, they got around each other?
Yeah, they never fought in the original.
All right.
Which obviously, because it's the loser bracket.
Yeah.
This is hard. I think this could really go either way.
Yeah. We're not going suit. We're going Nightfall. So, like, this is when he attacked the Jedi Temple.
I don't know, though. I think Luke is a better swordsman than Obi-Wan in his prime. I think Prime Luke could go toe-to-toe with Prime Vader.
Yeah, toe-to-toe, but then who comes out on top, though?
I don't know. Maybe Luke takes it. I don't know. I think Luke might take it. The Force projection. Really think about how powerful he is in the Force.
Yeah.
He definitely reaches more of his potential than Vader ever did.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I think that's got to be
Luke
a big
can have
factor. Are you sure?
I think that Vader outduels him, but I think that Luke could overwhelm him with the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a tough one, though. I think any day of the week that could go.
Yeah.
All right, you got the red for the marker?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Force choke fight. Vader wins this one. I don't know, guys. Luke comes out on top for the finals versus Yoda. Yoda in his prime, which we never really see. So I guess we have to consider Rot's Yoda, Prime Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't ever see any more of him.
Yeah.
See, that's where I disagree, Mac, man. I don't think that Vader is stronger in the Force. I think he had the potential to be stronger in the Force, but I think Luke actually gets closer to his potential in canon.
Yeah.
And being able to Force project across the galaxy.
That's got to be something.
That's
you have to count
insane.
That. Yeah. Yeah.
Luke v. Yoda. Last one. Last one.
This is it.
What do we got? What do you think? Give me your argument.
I mean, I think Yoda's got all kinds of skills that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And against another lightsider.
Because, I mean, here we go talking about Luke projecting himself across the galaxy. Where do you think he learned that?
Yeah.
I mean, Yoda probably has all kinds of
skills. From the ancient Jedi texts. Page turners, they were not.
Exactly. Yoda's read them too. For 800 years, he trained Jedi.
Yoda also gets really complacent and stale, though.
This is Prime Yoda.
Yeah, we just don't know, though. That's so... I mean, we got to consider Rot's Yoda Prime Yoda.
Yoda was struggling against R2-D2. Yeah.
I think Luke's obviously more powerful in the Force. It's got to be. Prime Luke.
You think so?
Yeah.
Where do you think he learned it? From the same text. Why don't you think Yoda could do that?
They had the same knowledge, but Luke is more powerful.
Yoda's got more metachlorians than him.
Does he?
Anakin's the only one that had more metachlorians than...
We know that as a Phantom Menace. Guess who isn't born yet?
It's true, but I would have to venture a guess.
No.
I mean, you think that...
Someone Google search that.
How many metachlorians did Luke have?
Yoda's arrogance kept him from seeing the Sith. That's true, but he's not fighting a Sith. He's fighting another Jedi.
He's just fighting... You're dumping him into an arena.
Yoda played the long game and trained Luke wrong. I think there's definitely... I don't know, man. I was just say peak Yoda, even... Like if we're creating some sort of fanfic here about what he would be in his actual prime.
Yeah.
I still think Luke is like we described, he's the best of all of these Jedi.
And you don't think that, again, Mace even says that Yoda's more powerful than he is, and that's in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoda's more powerful.
And then isn't he more powerful than Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Luke.
This is tough.
It's really hard. I know.
Yeah, it's super tough. I mean, my gut tells me it's Yoda. It's Yoda.
Chopper beats everyone anyway. Thanks for the $1.99. That's funny.
Yeah.
Love it. I think Luke somewhere in his Grandmaster training could do it. The problem is he doesn't have feats as a young Grandmaster, Luke. Yes, but the one thing that we know about Grandmaster Luke is the Force projection, and that's huge. And we see in the Kylo Ren comics how good of a duelist he is.
Yeah.
And in The Mandalorian, how good of a duelist he is.
Yeah.
He only had to get better after Mando season 2.
Yeah.
So he has to, okay, let's do that. He at least has to match Yoda on swordsman skill. Has to, right? Because even Dooku outmatches him as a swordsman. And we've
Dooku outmatches Yoda?
Yeah.
I mean, Yoda outmatches Dooku. Dooku had to cheat to run away.
I don't think they match. I think at most
I think they're about like stalemate.
Again, no, I agree mostly. But we do see Luke in his prime a little bit in
According
canon.
to Google, how much does
Yeah, Luke clears. There you go, 23,000.
Source? Where'd Google get that source?
But who is Luke training lightsaber fighting against? What? Who is?
Yeah, who's Luke training against after he defeats the Emperor? How's he keeping up on his skills?
With Yoda? Is that what you're about to say?
No.
Okay.
But Yoda was constantly again, he was fighting in the Clone Wars and things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Luke was not
doing that. I think that burdened the Jedi more than it helped them was fighting in the Clone Wars.
But I mean, we're putting them in an arena to fight.
I know, but I'm saying that I don't think that they learned the right combat lessons from that.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Anakin.
Yeah.
Yes, John, that's exactly right. Yoda has more Force knowledge, but Luke has more Force power. 100%. It's really hard. It's really hard. I think Luke becomes an excellent duelist. Probably like number 3 on this list. During Prime.
It's so dumb because we know so little about both of them.
Yeah.
That you can't match their feats up against each other because of what's in. So you think Luke?
I would mostly just because of the Rise of Kylo Ren comic and the Force projection. That tells me how powerful he is in his prime.
Gotcha.
You don't see Yoda doing any of that stuff.
I mean, everyone holds him so renowned, though. I mean, even other people on this list just...
Again, he's in the finals for a reason.
It's true.
He's great. One of the best.
I mean, arguably the best.
Yeah, could be. The Jedi Master.
Yeah. 800 years.
But we're pitting Prime against Prime, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Piatti. How does one learn to fight a leaping angry frog? I don't know, but Dooku did it. I don't know if I believe that Luke would have the opportunity to develop the specific skills he need to fight Yoda. That's also maybe true.
Yeah.
Okay, answer it with like this. How does Yoda actually beat Luke? How does that happen?
Chops him up. I mean, like,
so just outsword plays him. And
I think he uses like his crazy. He has like that crazy version of Ataru for his size.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but then also, I just think that too. Granted, this is Legends Yoda. But I mean, you have to still like. I mean, he's pulling down starships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to venture a guess because even Kylo and Rey were pulling down the transports.
Yeah.
So you'd have to venture a guess that Yoda probably could do that. I can't like he could like he was doing lots of that kind of stuff, and without really breaking a sweat.
Fine. I think this is a major toss up. But
it is.
Maybe Yoda could win, but I think Luke could also win. But I'll give the edge to Yoda just because of how much we don't know about either of them in their prime.
It's true.
I think Luke clears in terms of force power, but maybe that doesn't matter in a 1-to-1 fight.
Yeah. He distracts Luke with the pocket sacred text.
Piatti with the other $1.99. You're going crazy. Insano style in here. He sings to him about seagulls to distract him. That's true. You know what? Yoda's got it. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I think Yoda overall with his experience could clear Luke, even though I think Luke is definitely more powerful than Yoda. That's what I'll say.
There you have it.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Yoda wins the loser's bracket.
Yep.
It's a fun debate.
It is.
It's a fun debate.
Yeah. I mean, Luke lost to Palpatine though too. Skeely.
Hey, throw up that BDTS giveaway. We got
one more left.
We got a couple promises to do.
Yep.
Couple promises left. We got to pay the dog tax.
Yep. We got promises to keep and miles to go before we sleep.
I'm gonna go get the dog for the dog tax. Gotcha. You guys put these in there. We'll run the giveaway.
Yep.
We'll show the dog and we'll end the stream. Thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun.
Yes.
$910 for Alzheimer's.
Appreciate you guys.
Crazy. You guys cleared another goal. You guys are awesome.
Appreciate you guys.
Him right outside the door. Believe it or not.
Uh-oh. That dog out there.
Here's the beast.
Oh gosh. Hi. I know.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Hey.
Here, can you sit? Can you sit for the camera?
Will you sit?
Look at this.
Hey.
Sit.
Hey, sit. Okay.
Sit.
It's okay.
Now Stella's in here too. She's like, what the heck? Why is he getting all the attention? He just really likes to see Seth. There you go. Here's the dog tax. You guys won. Indy, come here. Indy, come here. Sit. Come on, sit down.
He's huge, guys.
There he goes. Come on. Sit. Buddy, why are you being so defiant?
Why are you doing this? Just sit.
Because he's excited. There you go. All right. He is a big dog. I don't know why I didn't believe you. He's huge. He's over 100 pounds.
Yeah, and he thinks he's a lap dog.
He does. He's a good boy. His name is Indiana Bones. No joke. That's his real name. That's his Christian name, his given name. But he's a good boy. So there you go. Dog tax. Dog tax. All right, buddy.
Hey, it says that he sent a message, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't know. Check. It says sent an email to you. Thought sending Instagram might be an easier way to communicate. Okay. What do you want?
And cat tax V2. He went out of here too, Stella. Come on.
Probably.
Come on.
Go, Stella.
She's good.
Okay.
She wants to pounce. Okay, let's do that final giveaway.
Okay, hold on. Yeah.
Let me check on that email. We'll do the final giveaway. So here's your last chance to enter.
Yeah, he said that, I don't know, something about, I sent an email to you, but thought sending an Instagram message might be an easier way to communicate.
Okay, so we got both. I will check.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, cool. That's it.
Got it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Both. I don't know if both Myth Necrophy and Grape, you guys are still in the chat, but go ahead and just send me your addresses. I'll ask for you for them if I don't get them, but
yeah,
that'd just be easier.
This is it.
Last one.
We're calling it, boys and girls.
Once again, guys, thank you so much. We hit another goal. That 910. And by the way, the 50 that we donated, a lot of that was even from super chats last time, because that's what we promised to do. Because someone donated thinking that they were donating to the campaign. Yeah. So we didn't cheat to reach the goal. You guys unlocked dog tax, planet tier list. There's a lot of fun coming out here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, guys, here we go.
This is it.
3, 2, 1, click. Jake B, are you in the chat?
Jake B, you there?
Here's what you got, Jake B. Star Killer lightsaber. This copy of Star Wars Insider, which I just thought was super fun.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
There's Jake. All right, same thing for you. Send me a message on Instagram at Beyond the Dune Sea, or send me an email, beyondthedunesea@gmail.com. Once I receive those, then you'll be locked in, and we'll get it mailed out to you here soon.
Yep.
And let me know when you send it. But again, guys, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely do more brackets. I've had a lot of fun with these brackets.
I was gonna say I like to argue arguing about space wizards. There ain't nothing better.
The tier lists and the brackets, they're a lot of fun. If you guys have any suggestions for other brackets you'd like to see, let us know. We have a ton of tier lists in the bag that we're working on. But the brackets are fun.
I think this is insane. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, we'll make it a little easier to follow.
Yes. I was going to say that we'll print something or make it better.
Yeah,
Maybe
I thought this would be simpler to draw. But man, doing a double elimination bracket does get really complicated.
Yes.
So droid bracket. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Blaster tier list. Yes. Okay, I've seen you a few times in there, Instinctive. We'll definitely put that on the list.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a bigger board. Maybe.
Brother, this thing's so big. I initially, when I bought this one, I bought an even bigger one than this. And I got it here. I was like, this won't even fit on camera. So I went back and got this one.
Yeah.
That's why we have live board cam reaction right here.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll always have you covered.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did we, Jake, Saved by the Bell? That was one of the last ones in the chat. Hey, you know what? That's okay. Let me know when you send that message.
Hey, Zealot. Oh, Starships tier list. Okay. So I think that you might get that sooner rather than later.
Yeah, Starships is coming. It's coming.
Starships were meant to fly.
All right. Still haven't received that message. Maybe add Old Republic characters. My thing is like, I'm just not knowledgeable enough.
And I was going to say, it's hard also to scale some of those Old Republic characters where it's like, okay, Nihilus eats planets. Okay, Darth Sion, like you had to convince him to die.
Yeah,
because he just keep bringing himself back to life. Like Revan's kind of hard to power scale as well. That it's No
worries, Jake. Just keeping up.
Yeah. So it's tough to power scale some of those old Republic characters.
Book tier again. I haven't read enough of the books.
That's what
planets is good. We'll do planets.
Why you gotta watch Tales of the Archives because that's us reading the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, hey, by the way, we'll tee up a couple of things. We are reading the Revenge of the Sith novelization for Tuesday.
Yes.
Tales from the Archives.
If you're bored, come out Tuesday. We're going to be talking about the novel.
Yeah, for Revenge of the Sith Strikes Back is still on, guys. We're only halfway done. So this Sunday, we're going to be doing a kind of debate stream a little bit.
Yeah, I think that we're just going to be debating topics that are brought up in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
just do a live stream.
Well, it's going to be framed really book versus movie and kind of frame the discussions around that. Yeah. So one of the main things we're talking about, did Anakin fall to the dark side too quickly? Because a lot of people say that about Revenge of the Sith. It's like, it's unbelievable how fast it happened. Yeah. And we're going to basically argue that no, it's not too fast. And we're going to talk about what the book does and what the movie does. And we may get into a couple of the other debates at the end of the stream.
I think there could be some other debates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we just haven't decided if that's its own video yet or not.
I don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be this week, guys. We got a lot of Revenge of the Sith book talk coming your way. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Says he sent it.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. I'll look for that real quick.
I hope you're there Tuesday. Come on out, guys. It's going to be a good time on Tuesday.
Yeah, we're going to have Will of the Force, Grayson from Mortis FM.
Yes.
All right, I just got it.
All right.
There you go. I will reply to your guys' messages. Mm-hmm. Be on the lookout for those giveaways. We'll send them out here in the next week or two.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Thanks, guys. This has been a lot of fun.
It has.
We'll see you Tuesday. We'll see you Friday. And there may be a couple of surprises sprinkled in along the way.
Yes.
But otherwise, guys, thanks so much for the $910 for Alzheimer's Association. Yes. That's amazing. You guys rock. Where's that Discord? Stop it, Brontosaurus. Okay, I'm working on it. That was, we only talked about that on Friday. Okay, but no, for real, I'm working on that. I'm going to try to get that done by the stream next Friday. So I'm kind of a Discord noob, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but I will definitely do my best.
Yes.
So see you Tuesday. See you Friday. Thanks so much for being awesome. BDTS out.